It's time for another episode of Coffee, Donuts, and Fucked Up Shit. Your premier podcast for insensitive material for sensitive ears. Please rate and review us on your podcast app. Enjoy.
How the fuck did you get in my house, Evan?
Just go to Action Park. There's no other park like it.
When it's hot out, this is a great place to spend the day with your family. The lots of big things for little kids to do.
Oh, kids.
I love Action Park because it's so beautiful.
It's like coming to Broadway. It's wonderful.
Broadway.
Race like a pro.
Race like a pro.
These are the most amazing rides in the world. I love it here.
There's nothing in the world like Action Park.
Lots of big things for little kids.
Yeah, I'm a little kid, but that doesn't mean everything's little.
Broadway. Better than Broadway.
It's better than Broadway. Fuck Broadway. Okay, let's go to the Broadway show. Who's watching the Broadway show at Action Park? Who watches it at any amusement park?
Old
Close
people.
to the deceased.
Those who can't fit on the rides.
The near
Yeah.
deceased.
The ones who brought their grandkids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just
They
gotta
like
sit in the
something-
shade.
If you're like a family planning out, like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like Action Park, we'll drop the kids off in the pool. We'll just drop Grandma in front of the Broadway show,
Just park her
in
right
the
there.
sun. Just
and we'll
It's
forget
very
her.
hot. It's
It'll be
very hot
great.
out today.
Yeah.
There's no shade in sight.
Here, just have a beer.
Here, Grandma. Have a beer.
Have
watch
a beer.
the.
Watch the dancers.
Watch the Grease rendition.
They're
They're gonna do
they're
the
doing a medley
can
of
again in
Grease
15 minutes.
Yeah. The sixth time seeing it. Like,
I want to go home.
Can,
I like Action Park.
can. Kill me now. Kill me.
I've got blisters from the sun.
I can't see the stage anymore.
Well, it was the least dangerous thing there.
That was.
True.
Well, you get a flying can kick to the head.
That's true. You got to watch out for
You
those.
gotta be careful.
Like a shoe.
I gotta say, you guys,
Shoot.
Action Park is so dangerous that I actually hurt my back while I was researching.
No.
Yeah.
So
True.
it-
That's true.
Yeah.
You are alive and well.
she's been laid up for a
Well,
while.
that's why I'm wearing a helmet today for
You
the
are.
show. I have a mouth
Safety.
guard,
Yep.
shin guards.
Shin guards.
Spit guard.
Yep.
Yep. You have the.
Well, I always
on
have the
your
spit
shoulder.
guard.
I don't know what that's there for, but I like it.
Yeah, well, let's keep from getting spit on you guys.
Spit guard. I love spitting. There's something in my mouth. You ever see I love seeing someone spit like in the wild.
Yeah.
Just like on a bus stop, and then you just like look over, and they're just like, and they just look at you, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Do it again.
I like
again.
people who can spit well. You know, who do that thing with their, like, kind of like roll their tongue and they're like,
Oh,
and they
that was-
shoot it
oh,
out.
that's
Yeah,
a
it's like a
loogie.
little dart.
Fire and
But then you
loops.
have
That's
the
a
poor
loogie.
people who are weak with their spitting and they're just sort of blah,
I'm
blah,
a weak.
blah,
I love spitting.
I'm
but
more of a
weak and
dribbler.
I'm bad at it, and
You're
that's why I
weak.
like doing it.
I'm really good at farmer
So I want to
blows.
make people who are good at spitting like
Teach you?
reconsider their actions.
Speaking of spitting and action,
Yeah.
there was a
Oh.
lot. I know it was
Whoa.
Go on.
double
That's a good
segue. Well, that was one of the things on the Alpine Slide. The people, so to get up to the Alpine Slide at Action Park, you had to take a ski lift. And all the people on the ski lift riding up to the top of the slide would spit on the people
Oh, yeah. Yes.
who
I've
were
done that.
going down the slide.
It's too easy.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's right there.
Another one. Hey, do you want to lose our virginities today? I like your Action Park voice, Marcus.
Yeah, we're going to Action
You're
Park.
not Marcus.
I'm not Marcus. Who the fuck are you talking about?
Who the fuck are you, lady?
I bet the cave is where a lot of the nasties happen.
Oh, so there was hand jobs galore, probably.
Yeah.
In the caves.
Bloody hand job.
Yeah, I remember Action Park, summer '88, getting bloody handies under the cave, slamming
Chlorine.
bush light, and thinking about having sex with my cousin. Cousin fucking. It's coming back.
We already
Got
went
it on
there.
the brain.
We already got there.
Fixated.
And that did not take
This is
long.
like my hidden therapy. Repressed memories just flood out of my mouth.
Just
Oh, I
like
did not have sex with my cousin.
Holy
JFK?
shit, that,
was good.
really good.
That was pretty good.
wow.
Very good.
That was like the ghost
How
of
do
JFK
I?
was
I don't
here
even know
and
what
channeled
JFK.
it.
Like, oh, I'm just doing fucking the mayor from The Simpsons.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
essentially
There
the
you
same
go. There you
guy.
go.
Do it.
Joe
Say it.
Diamond.
Say chowder.
Yep.
Chowder. Oh wait.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Cab.
We gotta get our jersey on.
Garbage
and
truck.
we're gonna have a lot of
Garbage
fun.
truck.
Cabbage truck.
Welcome to Coffee, Donuts, and Fucked Up Shit.
Oh,
Hey. Hello, I'm Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Hello. I'm Jenna.
Hi, Jenna.
Uh,
I'm Eric. Hi there.
Hi.
Eric.
And I'm Evan, and I can't wait because big things happen to little kids at Action Park, and it's my favorite place to go in the summer because they got the rapid river ride and the Alpine Slide, and sometimes if I'm good, Mommy gets me sprinkles. No ice cream, just sprinkles.
Does Mommy ever get you a beer?
It's just a.
Yeah,
At
sometimes
Action
when she's
Park?
not looking, I take a couple sips of a wine cooler.
What's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor is a sparkling tonic. And I get a few of those, and then I just kind of let loose in the lazy river, and maybe a little boop boop beep beep comes.
That's what happens. Well, you know, the water's warm.
I'm gonna talk like that the whole episode.
It's really good.
Oh
Thank you.
gosh.
I'm
Yes.
very excited. So I did not know anything about Action Park until about 45 minutes ago.
Same here.
Well, good. We have a lot to talk about
Holy
then.
shit.
I wanted
Have
to
a
come
lot
in
to talk
blind.
about.
It's exciting. Well,
I need this in my life.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
so badass.
I
It
need
looks
this.
So goddamn fun.
this is really good fucked up shit because it is fucked up shit, but it's
is.
fun.
It's,
It's
fun.
fun.
It's family fun.
It's fun, and it's a little fucked up.
We're going to an amusement park.
Yay! Field
Yeah.
trap.
Strap in.
Got to field trip.
Is everybody big enough to fit inside the ride?
No.
You gotta be
Fucking
this
big
tall to ride this ride.
They probably took those signs down.
You're gonna
They're
fly
like,
out.
we can get more people in.
Yeah.
Short, tall.
They still had the signs. They were just covered in graffiti
Yeah.
and vomit.
Cigarette burns.
Come.
Hold on, let
And
me get a drink
cum.
of my coffee.
Get coffee.
Well, yeah, it's Jersey though. We're not in coffee. That I think that's a little
calf-
more
Hot dog.
New
Hot
York.
dog.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Shots.
This everything I've learned about Action Park reminds me of the movie Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's like a real goddamn
It's
thing.
real.
It's like a real
Yup.
place.
And I want to go there now.
I do
It
too.
sounds pretty
What am I
magical.
doing with my life? Why aren't I working at Action Park getting fucking hand jobs
You're
in the cave?
You're
You're
too
not
old.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
you know,
29. I'd be really cool there.
No.
I'd be
well,
buying
yeah.
16-year-olds hella beer.
You would be. You probably
I'd be
the cool
selling
guy.
dime bags.
Yeah. One dime
Marked
at a time.
up price.
Yep.
Of course.
one dime
Straight
at a
swag.
time.
Don't buy it from
Pure
Evan. It's-
swag.
It's just oregano.
Just the shake.
Just pure shake.
Here's a bag of
for
shake.
$30.
Just oregano and seeds.
Yeah. But you're going to get high. And you're going to...
You're gonna ride the
Paranoid
water
nightmare.
slide.
Just imagine being high going
K2,
down the Alpine
K2,
Slide.
Anybody want K2?
Yes.
Let's meet under the cave.
All right. So whether they called it Traction Park, Accident Yeah.
Oh my god.
Traction Park, Accident Park, or Class Action Park.
Art genius.
I think that one's the most clever.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite. The people who got the chance to experience America's deadliest amusement park seem to remember it fondly.
I love that
As
place.
long as you didn't die, it was great.
Yeah.
Worth the price of admission.
6 people did die.
Aw.
And
But think about how many lived.
and truly lived at that, too.
live their life to the fullest.
Right? So, located in Vernon, New Jersey, Action Park was the fault of Gene Mulvihill, CEO and founder of Great American Recreation.
Great
sounds fun.
American Recreation.
That sounds
That sounds about right.
very white.
Hey, I'm Gene Mulvihill, and I got this really good idea. Okay, let's open up a park, call it Action Park,
Yeah.
full of action,
Yeah.
full of rides,
Full of pox.
full of parks.
A park's going to be a park. You know, there's going to be action in the park. That's part of the park.
People make the action happen. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy.
And that was a big part of Gene Mulvihill's philosophy
He's a
in
talker.
regards. Well, oh, he is.
He's a mover and
little
shaker.
oily.
His name is Gene.
He's a little slippery, but no, he did want the people to control the action at Action Park. That was a big part of of the whole idea.
Cut down on staff costs.
Mulvihill himself has been described as, quote, a folksy industrialist in the vein of John Rockefeller, a mad scientist with an oversized toy set, or a canny, sometimes pushy businessman who kept politicians in his pocket.
I love this guy.
He is kind of fun. He's pretty cool.
What
You're going to
broken-
love him more later, Evan.
I
You're
can't
going to
wait
enjoy
to love
this.
him so hard.
I can't wait to love you.
Love me back, Gene.
What broken neck? Here's a 50 and some free
What are you
passes to
talking
Action
about?
Park.
You know you want a free. What are those? Fuck. What are those like ice cream that are little bubbles?
Bubble.
Oh, Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, you
Dip.
know you want.
I'm gonna dip my dots in your
I'm gonna
Dippin'
dip
Dots.
my dot in your dip hole. If you're not watching.
So initially,
Gene.
Gene Mulvihill. Initially, this was intended. So initially, Gene Mulvihill bought a ski resort, and he wanted to keep it running in the off season. So he had the Alpine Slide, and that was a way to keep things going when it was in winter.
People will come far and wide.
I've never ridden one, but goddamn, they look fun.
It looks fun, and
great.
it's basically like a
It's better
giant
with no shirt
luge
on.
Right.
luge track.
Yep,
Feel
no.
the breeze.
Yeah, like a luge track on a little, like
Yeah.
one of those scooters from gym class.
Yeah.
Yes, when you play medic.
I didn't go to the same gym class that either of you guys
I didn't
did.
go to school.
Well, there are these little
Sorry.
like wooden carts with like castered wheels
Yes.
on them, and
Yeah.
you just run around, and it's pretty fun until you run over your fingers.
I was gonna say
Yes,
your
your
fingers
fingers.
stuck in that shit.
I did that. That hurt like hell. That hurt like hell.
Is that Marcus?
Weren't they called turtles?
Aren't they called turtles?
Suck it. Suck it, engineer.
You talk.
You have a beautiful voice.
So
I
Action
don't know what they're
Park.
called.
No, they weren't.
Well, that's what we call them.
Well, you
What
didn't
school
go to
do you
school.
go
You
to?
went to the special school.
Wisconsin.
Get on the.
Oh, you went to Wisconsin.
All right, children, get on the turtles.
So Action Park started with the Alpine Slide in 1978, and it was all downhill from there.
God damn it.
Jesus Christ. The park grew pretty quickly over a few short years with the addition of water slides, a race car track, a swimming pool, tennis courts, a softball field, the softball field was soon replaced by the infamous tidal wave pool,
This is just
aka
like-
the Grave Pool.
The grave. This is just like some guy who's just coked out of his gourd. And we'll get a softball field. And,
Yeah.
and we'll get a tidal wave. Well, yeah. And then we'll get a race car track. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Woo.
There's one quote at the
Anybody hot? Anybody sweaty?
Anybody hot? I'm gonna take my shirt off.
There's a quote of somebody saying basically it's like going to a crazy guy's backyard.
Yeah.
A crazy man with
Crazy
a jet.
guy's backyard.
That everyone loves and does not question.
That's
So
not what I
ridiculous.
picture when I hear a crazy guy's backyard. I feel like
See a
there'd
lot
be
of
more
needles.
corpses and a lot of syringes
Yes.
and like Carrot Top is just there
Just there, just hanging out.
and he's not talking.
Just doing push-ups.
Oh, that's even creepier.
Yeah.
Just staring into the
He's
middle
just
distance.
staring at you
I
and
just
he's
have
petting
nightmares.
a rabbit.
Oh my god.
That's a crazy guy's backyard to me.
Now I'm gonna have
That rabbit.
nightmares.
I have a nightmare.
Don't look at Carrot Top.
Don't look him in the eye.
If you make eye contact, he
He'll tell a
strangles
joke.
the rabbit.
If you acknowledge him, he'll start talking. So just nobody wants
That's
that.
pretty bad. So ultimately, Action Park boasted 75 rides, with 40 of them being water slides.
A lot of
Yeah.
It's a shitload
water
of
A lot of,
rides, bro.
it's huge. And because it was one of the first water parks in America, Action Park paved the way for designing water park rides, except that the designers they had weren't experts in physics or engineering or in
I'm not
designing
an
water
expert,
parks.
but I love water. I love sliding.
So this is all
Sliding on the water.
it's just a giant human experiment. I keep thinking of it like a hamster maze or
Yeah.
a gerbil
Yeah.
tunnel.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Gerbil tunnels?
Yeah, gerbil tunnel.
Gerbil tubes.
That's what Rod Stewart calls it.
No, Richard Gere.
Richard Gere's the one with the gerbil fetish.
Oh, what did Rod Stewart
never
do?
Leave Rod Stewart out of this. He's never been occupied by
Rod
a
Stewart
barber.
the rumor is.
Did he swallow all the cum?
Yeah, Rod Stewart.
Yeah. The rumor is Rod Stewart swallows cum.
Wow.
Like a bunch of.
We have to do a
rumor.
podcast
Never
on this.
heard that shit.
It's got protein.
That's like assumed.
He consumed so much semen that he had to get his stomach pumped.
There's more. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, didn't you
heard?
a whole bunch of like guys like from the Navy that were on leave or something, shore leave, like blew a whole ton of
He
them.
sucked off a bunch of Navy SEALs?
No, just regular.
Where are all
seals.
these rumors coming from?
I've literally never.
It makes that joke about.
Old guy in the library.
That's just a little ice cream. That joke. It looks like you blew a seal.
No, that's just a little ice cream.
Oh, I just had a little snack.
All right, we got way too many things like
Navy
colliding
seal.
here.
No, we got to do a podcast though on that.
Seal cum.
No,
Celebrity rumors.
no, on
Yeah,
celebrity
celebrity
rumors,
cum
like
rumors.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins a spitter. He's a pussy. He can't swallow. I like this new podcast, Celebrity
we got-
Gossip.
Yeah.
We should do that, like we did with the fucked up songs. Oh God.
Oh, we could do which one's real, which one's fake.
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
awesome.
because we were talking about starting a rumor about Don Henley for a while.
Yes,
that he
we're
was like an
gonna do that.
asshole and trashed bars all the time.
Like
and stuff, but it
pushing
turns
old
out it's like
ladies
kind
over.
of borderline
He
true.
really is an
You
asshole.
guys should make up rumors then, too.
That's what we're gonna do for like
Talk
the popped up.
shit about
But
Don
you know
Henley
what? Let's have a podcast
entire
meeting
episode.
later.
Yes.
That's okay. We'll
We
do
shouldn't do
this.
this
Let's
now.
do
No,
this
this
over.
actually, yeah.
Let's over
What
lunch,
are we
you
doing?
guys.
Come on, get
Hey.
back to the action here. Come on, I'm ready. I'm willing.
So basically, this is all very thrown together. Legend has it that Gene Mulvihill designed the cannonball loop on a napkin. He drew the design on a napkin.
You just go loop, 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 like that. Yeah, and then they love it because they're fucking stupid.
The kids are gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
Kids love it. Kids are stupid. Kids have parents. Parents have money.
Imagine being the user testers, like the first people, like that had to be hired to test the park.
Oh no!
before
Craigslist.
The
Kid.
employees would test it. They would give him $100
was his
to
kid?
test any of the rides. Yeah, his
His
own
kid-
kids.
his
He had
kids
6
did do a
kids.
lot of it.
Come on,
but,
go do it,
But
come
the
on.
employees too. Yeah, they give him
Lego
$100
set.
to try it.
Here's $100
We'll
if you
get
make
to
it
this
through.
shit, guys. Wait, there's so much. This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I'm very ready.
It's so much fun. So rides were also made for the lowest prices possible. They received
Yeah.
very little maintenance, like no renovation. One unique feature of the park's design was the fact that they incorporated the natural landscape with all the hills sort of in, so this, it made some of the water slides faster. They also incorporated landscape in that they had snakes.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Snakes.
We got snakes in the
Like-
pond. It's
Hey,
a snake
there's
pond.
snakes.
Snakes on the plane.
There's
It's
just
just snakes.
snakes everywhere.
Well, there's snakes in all the ponds because Motor
Oh,
World
well,
is
yeah, that
built
makes
on this swampy area. So there's moments
Yeah.
where there's levels of genius and levels of just utter stupidity. Like I
The
said,
thrills are real.
truly,
The thrills are real.
the dangers are real. When you get that, I
You don't
survived.
get that shit at fucking Noah's Ark, Six Flags. There's no snakes.
Yeah, seriously.
Bullshit.
Snoopy Park in Mall of America. No, what is the Mall of America Park now?
Nickelodeon Park?
Is it still
Nickelodeon Park.
Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon Rave
Is
Zone,
it Blueberry Jam?
where they have like
Knott's
kid
Berry
lolly.
Farm.
Universe.
Nickelodeon Universe.
SeaWorld.
That's fun.
Is there, I think?
SeaWorld. You can just
SeaWorld, D
You can just see
World.
the
It's
world.
not as good.
John Henley blow a orca.
Yeah. And he died because it was too much.
So Action Park is divided into 3 areas. You got Motor World, Water World, and the Alpine Center. So Motor World featured motorized rides, some on water, some on land. And as we were saying before, it was built on the swampy areas nearby.
Swamp. What are we going to do with the swamp?
What are we gonna do with this swamp? We're gonna put some motor rides on this.
Put some motor rides in there.
Yeah, there's some snakes slithering around, but that'll add to the thrills.
Oh my God.
That's just some guy wandering by himself in Action Park, stroking his chin.
Just some guy who happens to be named Evan.
Some guy.
The internal narrative of some guy.
Don't mind me.
Don't mind me.
He just never leaves the park either.
Snaky snakes down there in the swamp.
Work here, I live here.
He sleeps in the swamp.
Swamp boy.
This is my house.
Action swamp.
You're driving your boats by my house. Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, that would be the best. There was like, yeah, a crazy old swamp man that vroom, vroom, like driving your like little
could
speedboat.
advertise
You can't have a podcast without saying vroom vroom.
I can't.
Vroom vroom.
That's what electric boats sound like, or gas-powered boats sound like.
The electric boats would be more like.
Yeah, that's
Like
not,
a
that's not as
like
cool.
electric razor. Mhm.
Yeah. So bumper boats. Bumper boats were conceptually bumper cars on waters. They're these inner tubes. Yeah. They're motorized inner tubes designed for spinning and bumping. They are hard to maneuver and were in a pond full of snakes and
God
snapping
damn
turtles.
it.
Snapping turtle.
You can't have those in the bumper pool pond.
Why not?
It's Action Park.
adding
Anything
to the
goes.
danger.
That's my snapping
Very
turtle, and they're
true.
snapping at the tubes.
Oh, yeah, man. What if I don't have any record of a snapping turtle biting into one of them tubes, but I bet.
I would not.
Yeah.
Snapping
Turtle took my toe.
Took my toe.
Well, speaking of toes, they built the bumper boats too small, so anybody who was very tall had to ride the bumper boats with their feet hanging off the edge. And these are bumper boats. These are made for
Made to
colliding.
collide.
Oh
Your
my
leg. Gonna get smashed.
You're tall, Eric. You
Yeah,
know.
I am.
Would you do that? Would you
fucking
ride?
die.
Those are good tools of observation. I am tall.
You're pretty tall for a kid.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
Well, you know they have the signs. You have to be big enough to ride this ride. The
Yeah.
bumper boats should have had the reverse sign.
Yeah,
you have to be
Small.
this.
You have to be
Small.
this
You have
small
to be this fucking short.
to ride this
But
ride.
nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody
Nope.
cares.
The other thing about bumper boats is that they leaked gas.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
That makes sense.
You get high?
You think the
left
gas
out like
would
a
kill off the turtles and the snakes.
Yeah,
but-
right.
You
How did they
think
not catch
so?
on fire? Like I just see some Jersey mom like smoking
Just
a
smoking,
cig and
I know.
flicking it into the
Smoking
bumper
and drinking a
pool
bottle
pond.
of vodka.
Smoking a Benson and Hedges 120.
Look at me, Mom.
No, a
Yeah,
menthol.
yeah, you're spinning around. Fucking accident.
Oh, there's so much gasoline in
Hey,
the
that
water,
was
it
my
left
nick-
like an oily sheen on top.
There's a nice shimmer to it when the light hits correctly.
The
was
water
part of the
looks like
design.
rainbows. Are you going to say
I was
Eric?
going to say that was my parents' nickname for me, too.
Accident?
Kind of was. Because your nickname is Melvin.
Yeah.
Which means your family calls
Which
you
means
Melvin.
accident in
Which-
Pig Latin.
Which means I was
Which
clumsy
means
as a
clumsy.
child.
As a child.
Aw.
As a-
As a full-grown ass
Fucking man, baby. Man, baby.
baby.
Another ride in Motor World are the Lola cars.
Lola.
Lola.
Lola cars. Yes, there it is. These seem to be a favorite of the employees. They were mini race cars that were designed for driving on a longer, winding
These look
track.
fast.
Yep. And they cost extra money for patrons to use. They kind of look like, you know, those movies where kids have a go-kart race, and there's always like the,
Oh,
the
yeah,
poor
all of-
kids who, and they're like, it's made out of cardboard boxes.
Yeah, they cobble some shit together.
Coffee cans. And then there's that rich kid who's got the one that he bought at the department store. That's what the Lola cars kind of look
Lola
like.
cars.
Yeah,
They're
but he's gonna
sexy,
lose the
sleek.
race.
Does anybody know what Lola means? Stands for? Is
Well,
it
it's
like
all
a-
in caps, so I'm guessing it's action.
Fair enough.
Come on.
Lots of love action.
Lots of
love
luck,
action.
maybe lots of
Lots of lucky
luck.
action.
Lots of
Lyme
lesbians
disease.
like the Lola cars.
Lots of lesbian
Oh, boy.
anal.
There it is.
Lola.
Lola.
It's perfect. So employees figured out how to tamper with the speed on the cars, and they would.
Fucking
So Action
employees.
Park had a microbrewery. They brought in a Sherman.
Way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It was way ahead of its
Beer
time.
in action.
It was craft beer in the early '80s, so it really was.
They really set the stage for everything.
Yep, and the employees would steal the Action beer from the microbrewery, and they would
Sure.
take the Lola cars out on Route 94.
Fuck yeah. They're not supposed to do that.
No.
Well, should we sidetrack for a minute? Because the employees at Action Park, this is a big deal. This is a big part of it.
It's probably like a cool kid club too. Like, oh, do you work at Action Park?
Well, it had to be fucking fun, man, because
Yeah.
It was a blast.
everybody that works at
Best
Action
year of my
Park,
life, man.
they're all teenagers.
Yep.
They're all drunk.
They're
Yes.
having sex
Yeah,
before marriage.
I am jealous
Coitus.
of all these kids.
It does sound really
Yeah,
fun.
they're having sex. I'm jealous.
I'm jealous.
I should have worked at an amusement park.
I want a dry hand job.
You want to dry one?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Chlorine one.
I like the friction. I'm just staring at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that down a notch.
But sometimes
My wife.
after they'd been riding the Lola cars, they would forget to untamper with the speed.
Oh.
So
they're
guests
drunk.
would get in the car and the next day and be like,
Yeah. They just left the NOS on.
super go-karts. These we were just looking at those, Jenna. They look like a board on wheels with a chair
Those are
on it.
terrible.
And a huge motor
Those are
attached
so
to the back.
stupid.
A board.
There's no barrier or
Plywood, and it's got
Bars.
roller skates screwed onto each corner, and then we put a big ass motor on it. Action Park.
Action Park.
So these just go on a loop track, and the toxic fumes were incredibly overwhelming.
Sure.
Hey,
Yes.
Mommy, I feel a little bit woozy after going on the super go-karts.
That's
Or
how I felt when you
intoxicating.
were conceived.
Have a little more action beer. Fix that up. There you go. Drink up. There you
Feel great.
Yeah, drink up, little Jimmy.
So these were also tampered with by the employees. So they were designed to go at 20 miles per hour, but they were tampered with. So
Not
they
fast
bumped that
enough.
shit up to 50. We
Up to
got
50?
50 miles an hour.
That's too fast. That's way too goddamn fast.
It's really irresponsible.
What the fuck?
Oh. Put your 7-year-old in that fucking thing.
All right, bye, honey.
It's just flames and sparks shooting out the back.
They used a tennis ball to jam the governor.
Yes. Yeah.
Put a tennis ball in the governor. Governor!
You shove a tennis
Time to
ball
be
up-
jammed.
Governor, tennis ball in my ass. And then you'll see me fly.
Call me governor.
Call me governor. Well, call me governor and put a tennis ball in my ass. That's a Lola car if I've ever seen one.
I'm drooling. I'm drooling.
We're only on Motor World.
Yeah, we're like
We're not even at the fucked up shit.
I got fucking spit hanging out of my mouth. It made me laugh so hard. I can't.
Gotcha.
So, we also got super speedboats. They're fast boats.
Everything's
speedboats.
Super.
And they're full of snakes.
There's snakes. There's crocodiles.
Turtle.
Toxic and fumed raccoons that come from the mountains and steal your wallet.
Botulism.
Steal all your action beer tokens.
swamp hobo.
There's swamp hobo. God, this place
I'm
rules.
excited to
It
get
totally
to the tank
fucking
rides.
Oh, gosh.
Great.
I love this
The
place.
tank rides look awesome. I think we can all agree that we would totally do the tank rides.
Yes.
Oh,
The
yeah,
hard
tank rides look badass.
All right,
as
so
fuck.
the tank ride-
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I gotta recover. So the tank rides, they're these little miniature battle tanks, and they have a target on the side. And the whole idea is to hit the target of the tank with it. So they have cannons as well.
Yeah.
And you shoot a little tennis ball, and you're supposed to hit the target, and that will render your opponent's tank useless for
that's cool. I didn't know
15
that.
seconds. But
That's why that
also,
one was fucking just spinning.
Yeah. No, that was just poor maintenance.
No,
Also,
That was just
there's-
broken, stuck in like, I can't turn it off. I've been going in here for 45 minutes. I'm getting sick.
I hate the tank that just spins. God damn it!
Spinning tank again. Fuck.
Like the bad shopping cart at Target.
Get me out of here.
But even better, there's on the sidelines, on the outside of the tank enclosure, there's stationary cannons.
So you could
people
shoot
can pay
them.
extra
God,
to shoot
this
the
place is
cannons.
so smart.
But they would wait for the employees to run out into the
And then you shoot
enclosure.
them.
And you shoot
Yeah.
the employees when they're trying to
Yeah,
fix the
God.
tanks.
It's like I was there.
It's kind of like
like
you were
you are
designing
there.
shit.
Yeah, this is like literally if I made a park and I had $3 million to spend.
It would
be a great movie.
great movie.
God. I think Johnny Knoxville made a movie
Yeah.
called Action Point, which I think is supposed to be based
God
on
damn it, Knoxville!
on this. But also Shellac has an album called At Action
Oh yeah,
Park.
that's
Ooh.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
what
a
I've
good
heard.
album. I knew I would squeeze that in there somewhere. All right, so we made it through Waterworld, guys.
Or two
Or
water.
through Motorworld. Now we're in Waterworld.
Water
Yeah, I'm
world.
done with Motor World. I want some water now. I like it real wet and slippery.
Well, you're more likely to see some boobies now, because
Hell yeah.
yep. Because we're in the water, we
That's
got
a nipple,
bikinis.
Got another one.
All right, so first we got the Aqua Scoot.
Aqua scoop.
Aqua Scoot.
Scoop.
This is one of those slides that's made out of factory rollers.
Oh.
You know, the kind that you get your fingers stuck in.
Yep.
Yep. Totally. And guests are supposed to. They're given a hard plastic sled, and they're supposed to ride.
So unappealing. Here's your hard plastic sled. Now ride down these rollers and get wet.
And they're supposed to ride it into a really shallow pool. And the whole idea is that they're supposed to skip across the surface
like a little stone.
Yeah, like a little stone.
Yeah.
Like a little stoner.
I'm so fucking high
Except-
right now. Another boo. Oh, I love this place.
Except it wouldn't work unless you held your body in a really specific position. So most
Like
of the
a
time.
downward dog.
Yeah. No, you had to sort of like lean back into
Yeah.
the hard plastic sled. But mostly people would just like slam the back of their head on the bottom of the shallow pool.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yep.
So many
Aqua Scoot.
concussions. Ugh.
Loss of blood to the head really enhances the fun.
You don't need coloring. You got blood in the pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was just cherry Kool-Aid day. Action Park, no?
I think I'm bleeding. Whoa!
You're gonna bleed when you go there. But we were
Gonna
watching.
have a bloody day.
Oh my God! We're watching some of this footage of this particular slide, and and because Action Park is so utterly uncontrolled, there's people just in the pool
Yeah.
for the Aqua Scoot,
Yeah.
just like they don't need to be
hanging
there. They're
out.
just
Goofing around.
swimming.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're listening to this fucking YouTube Action Park and like there's like tons of like VHS footage and it's just fucking chaos, man.
Yep.
It's like it looks like a hippie commune
Yeah.
with a water park in it.
And a
there's
brewery.
No order.
Well, there are so many people there.
It's just
Oh.
it's packed.
So it is
Yeah.
it's super packed, and there's absolutely no order whatsoever.
No, they're like there's just tubes everywhere. Just like nobody's
those
like
aren't even-
blowing whistles. Like
Yeah.
it's just
No, there was somebody blowing a whistle, but it seemed
That's
like it was
probably like
utterly
I'm just
futile.
blowing my whistle.
Exactly.
It's probably no one who is actually like a
Hey, I found this
certified.
whistle on the
all
ground.
the
saw-
employees are getting hand jobs in the cave.
Yeah.
Try.
Right. They're not even wet, and it's a water park.
Well, that's the whole
Makes no
idea.
sense, but it feels good.
All right, so Waterworld also had something called, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's aerodium.
Erodium.
Aerodium.
Erodium. Oh
Which to
my
me just
God,
sounds
that
like
sounds
it
like a
smells
drug.
bad.
Yeah.
Erodium.
Erodium.
Sniff some erodium. Sky high, baby.
So this is a skydiving simulator that was
In the 80s. Like, in the 80s, there should not be.
I don't think it was even a thing. Like, they just kind of fucking came up with it. Like, I don't know, we'll just get like a real high power
she-
fan and like,
Jump off.
grab
Yeah.
this tarp,
Oh my God.
strap it around yourself.
Well, they basically it was kind of like a trampoline situation with a giant fan underneath it, and then people would wear these they'd have helmets and earplugs and these really like big suits, kind of like a flying squirrel suit,
Floppy suit.
and then the fan would lift them up. But everybody's natural reaction to the improbability of flight is to reach out and catch yourself. So that would result in
Broken
like,
arms.
broken arms, dislocated arms, severed
just took a
nerves.
Injuries?
High probability. Yeah.
But it was really more like sky pushing than sky diving.
Diving.
It's sort
Yeah.
of flipped.
Sky pusher.
They're just like,
Yeah.
all right, ooh. All right.
Why? They don't need that ride.
No.
So there's 45 rides?
No, 75
There's
rides.
75 rides. Like, you
75
can
rides.
cut the iridium fucking out of there. Like, after the first broken arm.
And why is it in
Now it sounds like an amulet.
The dude just kept coming up with crazy ideas. Like, hey,
I know.
I got another one.
Yeah, I got
give me a
another one.
napkin.
Give me a
Why is it in Waterworld? Why is the
That
rhodium
was
in
my
Waterworld?
question. It should have been an Alpine Center.
That's where you go to dry your clothes.
Yeah. That's where you go to drop off grandma.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll check back in with Grandma.
Yep.
See if she needs an elephant ear.
Dude.
Hello.
Oh,
Where's my family?
one time I ate an elephant ear at the
More
fair.
action beer,
What's an
please.
elephant ear?
It's like a big ass like fried like
Pastry.
Fry bread.
fry bread.
fried
So I
bread.
ate a whole one myself, and then I puked at an Amish restaurant. I puked
Good.
on the table. The elephant ear at an Amish
What
restaurant.
the hell is
Get
an
with
Amish
the
restaurant?
times.
It was a restaurant run by Amish people.
Really?
Can't run
So there's
restaurants.
candles and like there's just like a live cow that they're slowly murdering.
Or maybe it was
Come to the Amish action.
maybe it was a Mennonite restaurant.
It makes the beef more tender.
I feel like they let you cut the cow apart.
Yeah, it's just a place where you can
have
cook
you
your
have
own
to make
shit.
yeah you have to make your own food.
It's Amish.
It's
It's
We're
Amish.
respecting their heritage and their culture.
By the time you leave, you'll have a full beard.
I got another thing on the Amish real quick.
No,
I've
the
always
Amish
thought-
restaurant, you can't eat until you raise a barn.
Yeah,
Finish
it's
raising
like
the barn.
proving your Amishness.
Then you get dinner.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
all the
hate this
food
restaurant.
all the food is just like steel cut oatmeal.
I had split pea
Here's
soup
some
there.
melted
Yeah,
butter
exactly.
soup.
Spit please soup. Fuck you.
That's what I puked too.
Oh, well, that's what all puke looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
maybe it wasn't.
And I get confused with the Amish because, like, literally every time I've taken a Greyhound or a Megabus, there's fucking like 12 Amish people
Those
on
are the
it. I'm like,
Mennonites.
you can't
It's
use
the
this.
Mennonites.
They like
Yeah.
the Suburbans
Emma.
too.
I yell at them.
My friend Emma at work, she saw some Mennonites, but
Oh,
she
they're
thought,
Mennonites.
but
Yeah.
she thought they were Amish, and she got all like suspicious and angry and started following them around because they were using phones and
Yeah,
shit.
that's how I am.
And I was like, "What are you gonna do? Rat them out to God? Like,
I
who are you
want to.
gonna
Yeah.
tell?
Hey God.
I get riled up. I'm like,
you
bullshit.
made these choices.
Yeah.
You're wearing the bonnet."
Don't ride my bus.
This is my technology.
My pollution. Get on your fucking horse.
The Amish were not at Action Park. We can all probably agree on
They
that.
might have been close. I
don't
think
know
there's
that.
a lot of Amish in Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and this
Maybe
is
they
in
were.
New Jersey, so
They're
maybe.
just like an Amish family.
Wearing their-
just eating porridge with the candlelight, and they're like,
Can we go to Action Park, Mommy? Not till you finished your pea soup.
They're just in full suits, like
Just
old timey.
sweating.
Old
Well,
timey.
yeah,
and they
the
never have
suspenders.
sex, probably.
Down to their
Only
knickers.
for procreation.
Oh no,
the
man!
sheet.
They gotta have some hardcore dirty sex. I
No,
bet they
it's
do
through the
because they
sheet.
are bored.
It's
Barn
It's
sex.
Jewish.
It's through the sheet.
No, that's
It's
Jew-
through
No,
the
Jewish.
it's not. It's Amish.
Through the
It's
sh- is it?
because they have to
What are you
get
fucking talking about? The sheets?
through a
I
sheet,
thought
like
if
a
you were
hole in a
Jewish,
sheet.
if you do anything
Oh,
through a
so-
hole in a sheet, it's
Well,
okay.
The male gets an erection. The male Amish gets
This-
an erection and puts a sheet over it.
Well, this is
and then
because they have
cuts
to
a hole?
get new.
And now it's just
Dinkiest.
post
I like
that
the
hole
Amish.
right
they
through.
have because they're worried about inbreeding, so
He
they
just-
have to get new like blood in, or new genes in. So you can have sex, but you have to do it through a sheet.
Yeah.
No, man, he just holds
And
the
God said that.
the
God
sheet
said that.
over,
Okay. Craigslist
over it,
said that.
and then his boner like
Peekaboo.
pokes the hole through.
Yeah.
Boom!
It's like whack-a-mole. I love this park.
Action Park, where you can have sex through a sheet with an Amish lady.
It's Amish night.
It's Amish night.
Free sheets at the beer tent.
But no mirrors. No
Amish
dolls
night
with
is lit.
faces.
It's fucking lit.
Everybody's getting laid. It's free sheet day.
Free sheet day.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check up on that sheet.
We're gonna Google.
It's a thing, man.
I
It's
don't
like
trust you at all.
they were putting out.
You
ads
told me
in
that Rod
newspapers.
Stewart guzzles cum earlier. I don't like.
Yeah, you lost
I
your
don't know what to
credibility.
believe.
Prove me wrong.
Just
No, it
saying.
was like they were putting out like ads in newspapers to like
Amish
yeah,
sheets.
You can come
Amish
and have
sex sheets.
no, you can come and have sex with Amish women, but you have to do it through a sheet.
Oh.
And also,
So there's like Amish brothels?
no, it's just to get, like I said, new genes or new
blood.
new blood, new lifeblood.
Have you fucked an Amish
I have not.
woman?
Well,
But
do you know-
apparently the dad watches.
This is
So nothing weird happens.
This is great.
Really? So nothing weird happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
He's just like, hey, easy, buddy.
Easy.
Imagine the chase.
Don't look over the
My
sheet.
daughter you're having anal with.
Don't look over the sheet.
Does
Don't
the
look
sheet
over
have
the
to
sheet.
be between their faces too, so they can't be
It's
face
just
to
a
face?
sheet, man.
Or is it
It's
just
like
between their
it's
genitals?
like a thin glory hole.
No, I'm with you, but I just want to know if
We're
they can
stuck
look,
on this.
Look at each-
Listeners are gonna fast forward 30 minutes in, and we'll be. But
Yeah, we
it's
are-
a sheet.
It's a sheet. What don't you understand about a hole in a sheet?
I don't
that you
get
have sex through with Amish women?
Fucking weird, okay?
If they
Cannonball loop.
can they look each other in the eye?
No, you
You
can't.
can't look at me.
That's what the sheet's
It's between
What
the
if you
face.
wear
Okay.
sunglasses?
I don't know.
Yeah, you'll see the.
If I'm way off base here, somebody like let me know. 'Cause
We'll find out.
I'm very
Don't worry,
confused.
I'll
Listeners,
Google
call
Amish
in.
sex right now. I've already done it this morning.
Let me just check my history. Cannonball
I'm
loop.
over feet. I need something new.
Cannonball loop.
Cannonball loop. The cannonball loop is the stuff of legend.
Cannonball loop.
What happened there? What the fuck happened? Where am I?
What kind of? Are you guys pumping like drugs in the air or something
Little.
like
Not
that?
yet.
I'm a little fucked up. This isn't coffee, it's
have-
Everclear. Gotcha.
We have a gas leak. The furnace don't work right no more.
So the cannonball loop is just fucking dangerous.
Nightmare.
Cannonball
This is not like I'm getting upset now.
No, this is the stuff of legends.
Okay.
Is what it is. So you guys saw it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
Stupid.
It defies all logic. I
The
wouldn't
first
even
word
climb
that
that.
comes to my mind is concussion.
Yeah.
When I see it.
Lots of concussions.
Stuck.
Teeth.
Stuck.
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 At some
And then
point,
another kid just ramming into you on the loop.
so if you haven't seen the Cannonball Loop, it is this very impossible looking tube slide, and you climb a rickety situation to get
A rickety situation.
That's my rap name.
Words that two words that should not be in a theme park at all, let alone
Looks like-
together.
It looks like the remember those Ricola ads where the guys would like blow in the big horns.
the Alpine horn.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So it looks like that, but it's got a big loop on it.
But it
Yes.
loops.
That's
Yeah.
a good description.
Thank you.
Climb the rickety.
And it looks very narrow. Like the tube looks pretty
so
fucking
narrow. And before they got an actual pool for it, because you saw when it had that weird Q-tip shaped pool,
Yeah.
they didn't have a fucking
They
pool.
didn't. What
They had,
happened
like-
at the end
They
then?
had like this black tarp
Oh my
with
God.
like what looked like maybe rain that was left over from the last
Leftover
Oh.
rain. You're saying
not
words that are
sure.
making me crazy.
It's like a slip and slide.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
going down a roller coaster.
Basically-
Let's hope it rains today.
That you broke all
so
your front
nobody
teeth
dies
out
at the
of.
cannonball loop again.
So you go at the very end, you got this 360-degree loop, and apparently when people get to the top of the loop, they'd hit their heads and they'd get bloody noses and concussions. There's a legend about the cannonball loop that they would put a test dummy through it, and it came out
A
decapitated.
bag of straw.
A bag of flour. Like,
There's a story that we're gonna hit later. There's somebody who went down the tube and busted his mouth, and then the person who went down after him got cut up on the guy's teeth that were left in the cannonball loop.
God, I love Action
It's so
Park.
brutal.
Cannonball loop. Cannonball loop. Cannonball loop. Cannonball loop.
So this ride, this ride was open only for a month. It was shut down really quickly by the Advisory Board on Carnival Amusement Ride
It
Safety.
takes a lot for them to shut down. One of their 75 rides.
I
up in
want a job on the Advisory Board on Carnival Amusement Ride
Well, throw the bag of
Safety.
flour down again. Let's see if it falls apart. It looks okay.
just imagine a clown car showing up to your amusement park and they're just rolling out.
Nah.
We're here to inspect the ride.
Nah, this is all wrong. This is all wrong.
Oh, no.
Beep, beep, honk, honk. Whatever nose clown noses make. I don't know.
2 onks, it's a yes?
Aw.
I don't know what that means.
And you just have the clown who doesn't talk at all and just mimes, and he just does the sign for a single teardrop.
That means the ride's
He's
shut
like,
down.
no.
Shut it down.
One tear, that's a
Made the
shutdown.
mime clown cry.
Shut it down, boys.
Ride is no more.
What about those skinny jugglers we saw in that footage?
Yeah.
Those guys look
Oh.
like
They
weren't
needed
even-
unicycles.
They had mime makeup on, but it was like just barely there.
It's all
like
sweated off.
shitty.
and regular clothes.
Yeah.
No effort mime.
I don't
just
think
like-
they were paid by Action Park.
I don't think
they're
they.
just
I I think
two
they're
dudes.
that's how you get your start in the circuit.
Yep.
Never seen anyone limply juggle.
Just like
Some softballs.
It's
gonna be a big break.
shitty juggling. I want my money back, Action Park.
But
Who
not,
are these jugglers?
but not
I don't
for
care if I lose
hire
all my
them.
teeth on the cannonball loop. I want to see some hardcore juggling.
They didn't even hire jugglers. They just showed up.
Yeah.
They're just beep, beep. Like, Well, that's what you do when you juggle, isn't it? I mean,
You
do
just
you
show
really
up at
ever get a
places and then
job?
people go, oh, a
No one ever
juggler.
hired
Oh, a juggler.
Here's 50 cents. Don't look at my child.
You wasted a lot of your life. A lot of time.
So nobody died on the cannonball
Boo.
loop. No, but there are lots of concussions and bloody noses and busted up
nice.
That's
mouths.
pretty good.
Now we were watching some of this
Pretty
Colorado.
action-packed, I guess.
Pretty good. So Colorado River Ride.
Yeah.
Colorado.
This one makes me mad.
We were watching
You're
some
too
of this
poor to go to Colorado. We'll make it right here.
in New Jersey.
in Jersey.
In Jersey.
Mark, we going to Colorado Park River Wide again? I like how the bumps make my wiener feel.
So we were watching some of the footage of this, and everybody's getting stuck.
Yep.
And they
Yeah.
have to get out of their boats and push
Yeah,
them
this
along.
one's pure chaos.
Oh my
But there's
God.
no one regulating.
There's
like
no
no one.
regulation.
there's no pacing like between the boats.
And they're just
So-
hitting each other. And then
the people are stuck. Yeah, and
Just
it's just like
rocks.
boom.
Lots of butt cracks.
Lots
so
of
many
A lot of
cracks.
New
Uncle
Jersey
butts.
butt
Lots
crack.
of nip slips.
lots of uncle butt.
I didn't see
Lots
any.
of uncle nip
Uncle
slips.
butt.
I imagine nip slips, but we didn't get to see
We didn't
any.
see any.
Lots of uncle nips.
Well, they're already out.
Lots of stepdad nips.
Yes, there's a lot of
That's
stepdads
YouTube.
at
If
the
you're
park.
a fan of male nipples, watch the Action Park YouTube videos. Fucking turns you on, bro.
Male nipples.
Get
Just
it before YouTube
like
censors it.
bookends on the end of a gold chain.
Yeah. You can't even see most of the nipples with the chest hair and the curly
Oh, yeah.
Again,
Jersey pubic chest hair on all the stepdads.
I wish this was a video
Stepdads get 15% off.
podcast. You can see me in heaven.
Both caressing.
We're just caressing our nipples.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Weird
I don't know who to look at
movements
first.
I got a good view.
around her.
Is there a draft in here?
So at work,
Mommy,
we
why do you
have
have a sheet on you?
at work
Go to bed.
we give ice cream to the kids, right? And we have push-up pops.
Push-up pop.
And I
Do you
realized
ask permission or you just kind of go for it?
no, we do. We ask. We're like, the kids got it. But anyway, if the kid doesn't know what a push-up pop is, I realized like pretty quickly that I made this motion to simulate. Like I'm like, oh, it's a
You
push-up
did?
pop, and I realized really quickly what
How
I
are
was
you still
doing.
employed?
So I quit doing it.
You're doing the sex.
You're totally
hand
to like
thing.
say like this is a push-up pop.
It's like the 8-year-old. This is like the 8-year-old sex.
You shouldn't do the
I
tongue
realized-
waggle though.
You shouldn't do that with the
Hey
ice
kid,
cream
this is
either.
how we're.
I realized pretty quickly what it looked like, so I quit doing that.
push-up
But I noticed parents do it all the time when they're explaining to their kid, oh, you know, a push-up pop. And then they're like,
And they're like,
Let's start watching for that now.
This is how David Lee
yeah,
Roth does it.
don't make that motion.
No.
But I'm going to get back to the nipple action that
yeah,
we were
let's talk about nips.
So,
I was so bored there for a second. Back to the uncle nipples.
well, it was all the caressing and like hand movements.
Yeah.
Colorado River Ride. Chaos. Bumpy. Jagged rocks. Dark.
More words that you should not have at an amusement park.
Smooth and comfortable. Like
If anything, the rocks should be smooth.
Crowded.
Like plush rocks.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
fake and maybe not there.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like everything was just made out of
Removed rocks?
like concrete and
Fiberglass.
And it has
Fiberglass
sharp
and-
corners.
yeah.
It's just dried children's blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh,
That's what we use for decorations.
God.
Ah, yes, jagged rocks.
Where was that? Jagged
Stuck-
rocks,
Stuck
concussions,
tubes,
children's
snakes,
Brain damage.
diving cliffs.
these
The
make
diving
sense
cliff,
now.
this is just
Cliffs.
fucking reckless, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the diving cliffs, there are two cliffs. One is 15 feet and the other is 23 feet. And you jump off the diving cliff however you want. Except the dangerous thing about it is that they didn't bother to section it off
No,
from a
there's
place where
no
regular
no
swimmers are
fucking-
swimming.
Or
Yeah.
like hold them back for about 3 minutes in between
There's
dive.
nobody up on the There's no employee on the diving
No,
cliff.
No.
it was completely unfiltered.
Being like, okay, hold on.
Wait for it.
There's no whistles
Wait.
being blown.
No.
There's
Okay,
fucking
no.
Now you
it's
can
just
go.
9-year-olds
Except for that
just
whistle that you
flipping
found.
around, not looking where they're flipping.
Cannonball next to their buddy, like,
Belly
Belly
flop.
flop.
face.
hi. your neck's broken.
Yeah.
Well, here's another fun fact. A lot of the people that went to Action Park didn't know how to swim. That is.
God damn it.
And they didn't seem to think it mattered.
No.
They're like, what? 15-foot cliff? I'll jump off that. I'll suck a dick.
That's like a deck.
And another fun fact about the diving cliffs
Jump, pussy,
is
come on.
initially the floor
Holding up the
was
line. Sorry.
initially the floor was painted black until the lifeguards realized that they couldn't see the people who were drowning.
They couldn't see the children drowning.
Oh my
So they
God.
painted
When
it
children are
white.
drowning, you want to watch
Yeah.
from
But so
afar
you're-
and not do anything. It's like that Phil Collins song.
Yes, with the boat.
With the drowning child.
Yeah.
Back to the celebrity
remember.
rumors.
Yeah, see, you know what? That's going to be that's our next episode.
Phil Collins drank too much semen.
All I want, and then he drowned.
And he
At
drowned.
Action Park.
I'm not a swallower, I'm a spitter.
Phil
I'm gonna do it right, I'm gonna do it
An hour
right.
after you eat.
Phil Collins watched a guy drown in a pool of semen and didn't do anything
He
about
didn't
it.
do anything about it.
And he wrote a song about it.
Spit on him.
Oh my God.
I remember.
Oh, I remember.
So, Eric, you have a great story about diving cliffs. Like somebody
Almost dying. You have a story about drowning.
I have a good
That's
story
fucking
about almost
terrifying
dying.
to think of somebody like almost jumping on your head. I mean, that's really you're about to die. We
dude.
haven't even got to the deaths yet.
Yes.
We're not even at the death.
We're not even to the deaths.
We haven't even got there yet. Well, yeah, when I was a kid at the local beach, the swimming beach, there was something called
The local Minnesotan beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Hidden beach?
small town rural beach, but there was like there were different towers, like first towers for the little kids.
Tower, I barely know her.
Oh, son of a bitch. It goes, second tower, third tower, fourth tower. Fourth tower was kind of pretty far out, but so we'd always play this game called sub tag because there was all this metal structure underneath it. So one person would sit in the middle underneath the tower because it was really elevated, and you'd swim underneath all the metal structure and come up, and the person in the middle would try to tag people out.
Tag, you're it.
Tag, you're it. Get in the middle.
Sub tag.
Pull your pants down. Look out. Look at your little wiener. Everybody look at it. Look at it. Tag it. Touch it.
But no, so at one point I was swimming underneath all the structure, and as I was coming up, just about to like crest the water, somebody cannonballed on my head. Yeah, so I was out of breath from swimming under the water for so long, and also then I got drove way the fuck down under the water, and my neck made this loud crack. And I remember just thinking, oh, this is how I die. Son of a bitch.
And I didn't even get to go to Action Park.
And I didn't even see any boobies at Action Park. No.
One nipple.
Nope. So I kind of can like
saggy Jersey breast.
Yeah.
I saw half a nipple.
watching these people jumping so close to each other off the diving thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
You had flashbacks.
Yeah.
no.
Stop it. I had
Yeah.
to wrap a towel around his shoulders and bring him a hot chocolate.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was bad.
He
It
was
was
just
really
shivering
rough.
I was
and
just
crying.
laying on the floor.
He's like, no more. I
curled up.
can't watch this.
No more action.
The
Park.
memories.
No more
The
action. Park.
memories.
No more action.
I remember.
I remember.
Could I ever forget?
When I look at the diving board hill, it just diving cliff or
The diving
That's
board
not, that's
hill.
not what it's called.
I hate it.
Diving Board Hill.
I just think about
We don't go there.
Just diving boards that you just jump off onto a hill.
You just take a board and you every
hill.
ride is like, you just take a board and you put it on your
Board hill.
knees and you dive and you
You
jump.
go when you have fun.
I just think of all of the bikinis that fall the fuck off when you jump off. You know how many times that's happened to me?
Well, you can thank Gene for that.
Yeah.
At Action Park.
Then the boobies are gonna come on.
And then the movies come out. We're gonna have 75 rides and 50 of them are gonna be made so the boobies fall out.
You shoot tennis
And all
balls
the
at 'em.
12-year-olds are gonna get hard and then just check their little pricks off in the wave pool.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
Action Park. Come on.
It's my vision.
This is Evan's Action
It's my
Park.
dream.
I am not going to your Action Park.
I'm not going to your house.
Well, you're not invited.
Oh.
More for me.
More penises for me.
We haven't even made it.
We're not even at the deaths.
No, you know what? We're about to get to one. So
The next one is the kayak
the
experience.
kayak experience. Somebody did die on this one.
Okay, well, now we're getting somewhere.
Finally. So the kayak experience was intended to simulate the freedom and exhilaration of riding a kayak through whitewater rapids. The whitewater rapids were created by electric underwater fans. Oh, I have a good idea.
Again, words that
should have been in Motor World.
Let's get these really big fans and we'll just put them under the water and they'll make waves. So
if you touch the fans, you get a little shock. It's kind of a rush.
The kayaks had a tendency to tip over because they're kayaks.
They're fucking kayaks.
That's what kayaks
That's
do.
typically what they do.
So people often found themselves getting out of the boat, just like every boat.
Every boat,
at Action Park, to flip it back over. But a guy got out of his kayak experience and he was electrocuted when he stepped on the fans.
God damn it.
Hey, what's that Coors Light joke that you like to sell?
That Coors Light joke?
Yeah.
Coors Light. It's like having sex in a canoe.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's fucking near water.
Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't think of it.
I couldn't
There's a
formulate
good.
You ever had sex in a canoe before?
At Action Park.
At Action
watched
Park,
it.
I did.
I never done it though.
I seen some
I
people
seen
doing
some
it.
canoe fucking.
Oh.
I heard it was exposed wires.
Yes,
Yeah.
exposed live underground
Exposed
wires.
wires.
We'll get more into detail on that later, because when we get to the
vocabulary
accidents and conflagration.
Conflagration.
Conflagration. That's a new word for me.
New
But that's
word.
not. Let's not talk about that.
Hold on, I just looked at the packet and the last word on page 4 is boobies.
Yep.
Let's talk about Surf Hill.
Let's get to Surf Hill, you guys.
Injuries and boobies.
It is
Injuries.
said. That's in the packet. It's official. It is said that park employees preferred to eat at the snack bar that gave them the best view of Surf Hill because it was prime real estate for seeing injuries and boobies.
Boobies.
Want to get a hot dog and see some tits and see a kid die?
What?
Let's go to Surf Hill.
Go to Surf Hill.
Let's get
Surf
real
Hill.
first.
Let's eat the hot dog at Surf Hill.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot
Hot
dog.
dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. I want to
Garbage
see
truck.
some
Garbage
foggy
truck.
breath.
Hot
And I want to
dog.
see a kid twist his ankle. Don't
Come on
ask
down
why.
to Surf Hill.
So we saw Surf
I never
Hill.
knew my father.
So we saw Surf Hill, and it's that big blue thing with it. It had like the barriers were more like suggestions than
That one
actual
made me angry.
What's
barriers.
Surf Hill?
They're
It's the big
automatic.
blue thing that you...
Yep.
Well, everything looks kind of slapdashed.
It
I mean,
does.
like the rocks, the rocks in the Colorado River Ride are just totally made out of plastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty much.
they're not even real rocks.
Well, that's good. Like,
Those are
because
gonna-
there are real rocks in like some of the other rides.
I can't afford real rocks. Bring in more concrete.
Bring more concrete.
We're going to
I
finally
know.
make that real rock money.
I know a guy. Got a concrete factory.
He's in the mob.
So yeah, that's Surf Hill. Boobies, injuries, 7-lane water slide, shallow puddles at the end.
Yeah.
Collisions.
I saw a lot of people fucking flying off those
Yeah.
little, like,
Yeah,
they
it's-
give them like yoga mats and send them down.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like a huge slip and slide.
Oh, that made me forget. The Cannonball Loop. I gotta backtrack for a second. The Cannonball Loop. If you were gonna ride the Cannonball Loop, you would have to be weighed and then hosed down. So
Hose down?
he would weigh you and hose you down before you could ride the
Oh my
Cannonball
God.
Loop.
Make it a little slick. Shoot right through.
Yeah,
Gotta wet you down.
Cannonball Lou Bell. It's like a Bob Seger song.
come here, little boy. I'm gonna grease you up, and weigh you.
Yeah, how much do you weigh, little boy?
Just right.
Yeah, let's
Just
get-
right.
Let the grease
You know
out.
what?
Send
You're
you
not-
down the
You
cannonball.
don't have the
loop.
right weight for the loop, but you got the right weight for my lap. Come here. You don't have to ride the ride. You can ride my ride.
Get him out! Get him out!
Pedophilia.
Alan,
Sorry.
God.
What if in this coffee got me all riled up?
I cancel.
Super speed water slide.
Super speed, water
Another
slide.
super.
Super speed. Well, we saw a guy going down it, and he was going really fucking fast.
Yeah, he
They're
was.
fucking
Yeah.
fast.
These
It's
ones
too
are
fast.
like the water slides that are built into the hills, so that
That one looked fun.
yeah, and that's
Until he hit the
smart
bottom and like
design.
just started kind of bouncing from side to side.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he couldn't stay upright on the slide.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
was moving so fast that like the inertia like knocked him.
We should try to get a hold of that guy who
Let's
had
do
the
some
video.
interviews. Yeah, we should like call someone.
At the end of we have like 5 pages of anecdotes and true stories.
yes.
So we got some quotes.
I feel
Stop
like there's
with the pedophile
probably
jokes so we can get there. Okay.
Yes. So the Tarzan swing.
we didn't say stop.
You know what? Yeah.
pricks.
All right,
Stop with the pedophile
All right, stop.
jokes.
All right.
You're like legit.
So a 40-year-old man and a 10-year-old
There
boy
you
are
go.
walking into the woods late at night.
You had me at 40.
And the 10-year-old boy looks at the man and he says, "Gee, mister, I'm scared." And the 40-year-old man says, "You're scared? How do you think I feel? I gotta walk out of here alone."
I love that
joke. Now, no more pedophile jokes. That's enough.
Or at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're on time.
I mean, no fun.
Time out. Tarzan swing.
Tarzan swing.
Tarzan swing.
So this is a major ride. This one's really fun.
I feel
because this is
I'm sorry. I just like after looking at the super speed water slide, I feel like there would just be so many fucking enemas going on at this place. Just
yeah, that was a big
high
thing. The water
pressure,
enemas.
high speed enemas.
Coffee enema is the only kind of enema I do.
Oh, well.
Slip and slide's brown.
So it's a brown slip and slide. That'll be there.
People do bring that up a lot when you hear reading the quotations and some of the interviews about Action Park. Is that people got a lot of water up their butts, just driven.
And it's chlorine water.
Pounded up their
my
butt.
God.
Pounded. That's a perfect word for it. So the Tarzan swing is a pretty major ride. This was a perfect place where people could.
It's not a ride.
It's really not a ride.
Fucking rope.
It's a janky ass rope like hanging from a tree.
The only thing holding you
Took the
on the
most
ride is you.
construction probably to make the Tarzan swing.
Oh my God.
Other
We
than
had
the
to get-
fucking all the real rides.
We had to get 2 ladders and stack them on top of each other. That's hard. You ever try to tie a knot that doesn't come loose?
I don't know how to tie this.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, you had to be
It's
a
just
Boy
like the
Scout.
handles looked like they were like just duct taped together.
Yeah.
Shit, it was so fucked up.
Also had to be weighed before you went on the Tarzan.
Also wait
Rope.
hose
down. Whose job is it to hose children?
I'm just gonna start doing that whenever I have people come over to my house.
Come on, stop,
I'm like, before you, who are you? I don't even know you.
Some just creepy ass dude with a huge mustache.
Don't encourage him over there. Don't even say.
Get out of here! You don't even
You've been
work
hosing
here.
that child for 10 minutes. I think he's
Shut
slicked
up.
up enough.
You don't even work here.
Ready for the loop.
Shut up. He likes it. He likes it a lot. He likes it. Just look at him.
Oh, that
He's
was
all-
not 10 minutes.
He's all glistening and shiny.
I don't want you
And he
to die.
weighs under 80 pounds. I don't know. I wonder what the weight.
See, it's fun, right?
It is kind of fun. God damn it. All
You don't
right.
get
I'm
to
in.
make pedophile jokes in public. We
I
can do
don't.
it here. It's a safe space.
Until it reaches the public.
We're being recorded?
We're on? I thought we were just hanging out. I thought we were friends.
With friends.
We're at an hour of pedophilia jokes now.
God damn. Goes by fast.
Time flies when
3
you're
more hours
having
till
fun.
I beat my record. I just sit in a bathtub alone and with a stopwatch,
Evans Guinness.
making pedophile jokes.
And it's Evans Guinness record.
And record.
New record.
So Tarzan swing. Few things about few drawbacks about the Tarzan swing. A lot of people would lose their grip, narrowly missing the rocks. On the edge of the pool. You know where's a good place for these extra rocks? How about
Tarzan
right on the
swing.
Put 'em next to the
Tarzan
I
Tarzan
don't know.
swing.
Put them in the Tarzan swing. Are they jagged?
Excellent. They're extra jagged. Or if you held on too long, you would scrape your toe knuckles on the concrete.
I love a good toe knuckle scrape.
And I do digress, but one thing about going to pools in the summertime are all the Band-Aids that you find at the bottom of the pool. I'm just wondering how many
Band-Aid.
Band-Aids
the
were.
Tastes like
pool so
chlorine and urine.
much.
Well, then when you scrape your knuckles on the concrete at a pool, then
Yeah.
they get that weird scab.
Yeah.
They get that
It's like a wet scab.
Wet scab.
Yeah,
That's fun.
wrinkly scab.
That wet, wrinkly, doesn't heal right, turns
Nope.
yellow.
Yeah.
It's like pussy.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Gotta get it
Yep.
amputated usually.
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
no.
No, that's just you.
No, that's just you, Stumpkins.
Yeah.
I meant to be asking you about your hand, but I just try
Why
not.
is your knuckle green?
I just try not to look at it.
And the other thing about the Tarzan swing is apparently the water was like shockingly cold, like deadly, because a guy had a heart attack.
A guy had a heart attack.
After jumping into the Tarzan pool and he died.
Death number 2. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, if you're an adult doing the Tarzan swing, by the way, like, it's got to be like 16 and under.
Yeah.
No way. No, I got a mortgage and I got a hernia and I got a drinking problem. You gonna tell me that I can't get on the fucking Tarzan swing?
Don't you tell me.
You gonna tell me?
Get out of here.
I'll drive my garbage truck into that swing if you don't let me on.
Hot dog.
I
Hot
didn't
dog, hot
burn
dog.
huts in
Yeah.
Vietnam to be told I couldn't ride the goddamn Tarzan swing. You little prick.
You ain't gonna
You're right,
tell
Swamp
me.
Man.
All right.
The other thing, though, the Tarzan.
Actually, wait, can I-
What? Yeah.
it's funny about the Tarzan swing. You're like, no, adults shouldn't ride that. Like, there was one dude being interviewed. He was like, yeah, every once in a while you just see like a full-grown ass man swinging out on the Tarzan swing and just pull his pants down at the last minute. And you're like, ha ha!
Everybody look at his penis.
Look at my penis.
Lots of dicks waving in the wind. Well, that's
So much nudity.
That's the other thing about the Tarzan swing is because there's a long line of people waiting and watching, and this is a perfect place for exhibitionism, whether it's like an awesome backflip
Yeah.
or a belly flop or yelling something cool,
Or a butt cheek.
or it's a great time to pants your friends
Yeah.
or
yeah.
to pants
So
yourself.
it's Jersey in the late 80s. There's so much depantsing going on.
There's a lot of
Yeah, that's
Yep.
running wild.
That's why I wear extra pants.
Yep.
That's why
I'm
I
like,
wear
ah.
4 swimsuits. You can't get me.
I'm down to my last pair of pants.
Sucks when you have to poop, though.
You always. But basically the Tarzan swing, the surf hill, that's a good chance to see a genital.
Woo!
You're gonna
Just
see
one.
some
Yeah,
kind of genital.
Just
A ball.
one ball. It's a one-ball mic.
My
Swing
ball is extra wrinkly because it's been wet all
You
day.
see that guy's ball?
Is that a thing?
How could I
If
not?
you guys, so balls are already wrinkly. So if you guys have been in the bath for an
Well, I'm
hour.
a guy and I got balls, so I think I can take
So
it.
Evan, if you've been in the bath time,
Oh, yeah.
if you've been in the bath telling yourself pedophile
Telling
jokes,
your little dirty jokes.
Yes, I do.
trying to break your record, does your ball sack get wrinklier in the water?
You kind of like.
does it smooth
I mean,
out?
It's like.
Maybe.
Well, in
It
the
becomes
Tarzan
like a
swing,
grape.
where it's shockingly cold,
The
the
no,
balls are gonna fucking like just like swell into one.
they straight suck into your
They're
abdomen.
gonna suck in.
Suck in.
So you have like it looks like just one little ball.
So I'm like seeing like a
Right, guys?
like
You know what I'm talking about.
So like turning
When
a
you
raisin back into
both
a
your
grape.
balls get into one.
I was deep in
I call
thought.
it the garage.
the garage.
Yeah, they go in the garage.
I love that.
the
I
garage.
don't know anything
Garage.
about this. Garage.
Garage talk.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Garage talk with Joe Souchere.
This is a podcast where I talk about my balls for 3 hours.
balls here.
Yeah, I take DMT and I talk to my balls.
The tidal wave pool.
Dun dun dun.
3 people died.
3
This
people.
is-
I was gonna say.
Damn.
Now we're up
They
to
called it
5
the
done.
Gonna
grave
get some
pool.
deaths.
Yep, they called it the grave pool, and with good reason.
Grave pool.
The wave pool was probably one of the most dangerous attractions at Action Park and is responsible for 3 of the 6 deaths. It was one of the.
Damn.
So half. That's 50%. Come
Yeah,
on, wave pool.
I love laughing at theme park
Yeah, go on.
related deaths.
It does make it more fun.
Yeah.
I'm a monster. I'm a monster.
A little bit.
But you know what?
Okay.
We're
No,
all monsters
If you
together.
go out having fun,
Yeah.
then high
the best
five.
way.
I'm with you there.
Because
Good
you know
point.
everybody's story has to end.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'd rather not. I mean, no, I wouldn't mind going out in a morphine-induced haze. But if I can go out at an amusement park,
Do
you know what?
both.
Fuck yeah, yeah, both.
Yeah.
Both.
Hopped on morphine on the
There you
Tarzan.
go.
We're going to Valley
Fair.
Rebecca's got
You
some
have
morphine.
7 days to live.
Suicide Pact at Valley Fair. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's not the worst way to go out.
No.
I'll respect
I'm not
to the
opposed to
victims.
it.
Maybe it's better than the ponytail zip line guy. I don't know why I thought of him.
Ponytail zipline guy
That is
belongs at
a
Action
hard
Park.
way to die.
Oh, man.
He's got an Action Park fanny pack just
Zip lining
zipping
around.
around.
Ride to ride. Yes.
Set it up himself. Oh.
So So this was one of the very first wave pools ever in the United States, and maybe that was why they hadn't really got it figured out.
Okay, we're gonna
figure it out.
We're gonna build a pool, but that's kind of boring. Let's make some waves.
You gotta crack
Waves
a
are
couple
fun.
eggs to make an omelet, am I right?
Right? The pool was filled with fresh water, so this causes swimmers to be less buoyant than they would be in salt water. And again, let me reinforce the fact that a lot of these people can't swim.
They can't swim.
They can't even swim.
Wave pools are
Stupid
so
children.
dangerous.
The pool is big enough to hold up to 1,000 people.
That's too big.
Gross.
That's too big.
Too many people.
So many Band-Aids.
So
Yeah.
much urine.
That is so many
much pee.
Band-Aids.
So many Babe Ruths.
Just
Like Marilyn Manson plays to less people now.
At Jackpot Junction Casino, come and see Marilyn Manson
And ride the wave pool
and ride the wave pool.
now these
Maybe
waves.
eat some of the buffet.
before the wave pool.
Oh no.
Get to the buffet before the shrimp turns. So the waves would go up to 40 inches high. They would continue.
What is that? That's like 3 feet.
3 feet, just over 3 feet.
3 feet, 3.5 feet.
and
yeah.
But the
Little
pool,
kids.
like pools do, it gets gradually deeper. So let's see, at its deepest, the pool is 1 million feet deep.
Oh no.
1 million
That's too
feet
deep.
deep. No, 250 feet deep, which I don't know what that really equals in like reindeers
I'm just
or
gonna
anything.
accept
But
that math.
I'd say about 20
Yeah.
reindeers.
That's like at least like 8 range.
hey, that's at least 8 reindeers high. No, it's measuring height by reindeers.
I like blanked out in my head for a second, and then my last image was just 8 reindeers on top of each other.
No, we have
And
a
I was
reason.
like, how I want to measure everything from now on.
That's-
That's how we measure height, because we like to watch the show Ancient Aliens, and they had the
Yes.
one that was about the Tunguska.
Reindeers are fucking aliens, bro.
No, there's the Tunguska explosion, which is in like the northern former Soviet Union. I don't know, the Ukraine or something.
Some
But
Russian
but they
cover-up.
said like these metal structures
Yeah,
were
they're
gonna
like
like
pots.
rise up out of the earth,
Out of the
and they
muck.
were big enough for a man riding his reindeer to like walk through. And so Eric and I started measuring things by reindeer
Reindeer.
Yeah,
height.
that's like at least 3 reindeer
Yep.
high.
And I measure
reindeers.
money by a pack of smokes.
How
I'm like,
were you last
I'm like,
night?
that's
I was
no
like
big deal.
6 reindeers deep.
I was like 6 reindeer high, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, and money by smokes. So I'm like, you know what? That's less than a pack of smokes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's a good logic.
I will get that.
I'll
do
buy
that
that
for-
burrito.
I do
Did
that
you have a reindeer for it?
I do that for wine. I say that's about 2 bottles of cheap wine. I'm gonna buy the cheap wine instead.
So you
Sold.
measure money in wine.
Yes.
Then okay, I measure it in
You
cigarettes.
have a problem.
You have a drinking problem.
Well, you have a pedophilia joke problem.
I call it a solution to my problems.
All right, so these waves go on for 20 minutes at a time.
Oh, that's
They're
too
high.
long.
yeah.
A lot of the people can't swim. It is too long.
It should be like
I mean,
5
these
minutes.
are aggressive.
20 minutes
As,
just
as
get
someone who fucking
pounded
loved
by-
the wave pool, that's awesome. Because
Yes.
it was always like fucking 8 minutes, and then you gotta wait 20 minutes
Yeah,
to
For
fucking
another
charge
Well,
you.
they
goddamn
pull
wave.
Keep them
event.
coming,
Well, they
baby.
pull the bodies out.
So how you
It's
gotta
my
wait for them to
D-Day.
pull it. So how many of us here have been in a wave pool?
I have
Have I been?
I've never been
I've
in a
urinated
wave.
in a wave pool.
outsider.
Fucking came in a wave pool.
Andes in a wave pool.
Self-handy.
I got really close to the spinning filter in the wave pool,
Oh.
the
Nipples in a wave
suction.
pool,
No.
she's
I
butt
have
crack.
gotten water in my mouth in a wave pool.
Well,
That was
yeah.
just pee.
Ooh,
That
yeah,
wasn't
that's a lot
water.
of pee water.
Yeah, a lot of pee water.
Pee water.
That's why
Children pee.
When I went to the wave pool, I went with someone else's family.
Oh, I hate
He
being
didn't even
I've
invite
been there
me.
too.
I
You're,
just
when
climbed
you're like
in
a
their
fucking
van.
kid and you're with another family
Yeah.
and you're
Yep.
outcast.
Well, and,
realize they're
and we
weird,
were
like, they're-
poor, so my parents
they're
gave me like,
is anyone hungry? And you're kind of like,
I am, but I don't
and they're
have.
like, well, you brought money, right? Great.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
exactly. So I went to a water park with a friend's family, and my parents gave me like maybe $20, and so that meant I couldn't
It's like
get.
grilled cheese.
Basically, you're pretty
And an
fucked.
action beer.
Yeah, because we got inflation.
barely buy any action
And
beer
you
with
can't
20
get any-
bucks.
Oh, you could steal it, but
Yeah.
That's true.
But so I'm at the wave pool, and one of the perks of the wave pool is if you're in an inner tube.
Oh, yeah.
But I only got I got a little bit of money. I can't afford to rent
Yeah.
the
No.
inner tube. So I'm in the wave
So
pool
all
for
the
like
other
5
kids are
minutes
just
before I'm
fucking
just like.
living it up.
Oh no, you're just getting hit left and,
And you're just
right by
getting
the
slapped
tube.
with
You're just
tubes
slapped
and-
with urine water, and you're jealous and resentful of
Yep.
the kids, and you're just sad and lonely, and you're not part of that family.
Oh.
It's all right. That family died in a car fire. It's fine. Fuck them.
That's true.
We should all go to a wave pool together.
Let's go, wave pool.
Let's go. Let's go right now.
I'll buy you a raft.
I will buy you a raft.
Evan, thank you. That would
buy
like
you a
repair
hot dog.
a hot dog.
I'll buy you a slushie.
Oh, that's like gonna repair all my wave pool wounds.
Yeah.
That'd be so nice. But so they had because this pool can hold up to 1,000 people. Again,
No!
gross. That's 1,000 band-aids.
Oh my god.
And they had 12
Band-aid
lifeguards.
math, motherfucker. Wave pool math.
Wave pool man.
Yeah.
They had
20
12
people,
lifeguards.
that's 40 Band-Aids.
12 lifeguards?
I did the wave pool band-aid math. So for 12 lifeguards on duty at all times, and they averaged 30 rescues a day, and instantly were allowed to become Navy SEAls after working just
Yeah.
one
Yes.
summer at Action
No
Park.
shit.
That's
But so just on a slow day.
Shores
so
of the wave pool.
There's just no chill
children
there.
Throwing up
No.
water everywhere.
There's no chill. Like you had to be constantly watching, like scanning. Like,
oh, seriously?
You couldn't like just like start daydreaming.
No.
Like,
No. No.
No.
God, no. So for 5
I wonder if Tony does like me. Oh,
Job
that
last week was fucking sick. Oh shit, kid.
so
kid's
dry.
dead. Quit thinking about hand jobs, Evan. Just get in the pool.
So I'm just doing the minimal math. So 500 drunk teenagers divided by 12 terrified lifeguards equals 41 games of Russian roulette.
Hell yeah.
Is the math that I came up.
That's good.
Good. That's
Makes
better than
perfect sense.
casino math.
So yeah, double that for 1,000 and that equals 81. And that's math.
And that's math.
That went right
Wait,
over my
what?
head, just
Go.
like the waves at the wave
How
pool.
many reindeers is that?
8 reindeers.
That's so I
Divided by
yeah.
4 reindeers.
Multiply by 3 hand
I
jobs.
just thought about cutting reindeer in fourths. Dude,
I just thought
Like in
about
the cell.
riding a reindeer into the wave pool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Now at Action Park, come ride the reindeer into the wave
we
pool.
released 12 wild reindeer into the park and they're all yours.
If you can catch them, they're greased up.
They love action
We
beers.
hose down our reindeers for 20 minutes before we let them loose.
We can't
They're
let
slippery.
We can't let the guy who used to hose down the kids at the tube ride anymore. He can't. We had to give
increased
him a
our
new
hosing
job.
staff.
Had to give him a new job.
The
So now
Clown
he waters
Society
the
would let
reindeer.
us.
However you want to catch them is fine. You can shoot them, grab them by the handlers, you can just take them for a ride.
Run him over with the motor car.
You did bring your gun, right?
That's my favorite, newest edition.
Electrocute him by the swamp boats.
There's a lot of big reindeers for little kids.
You could shoot tennis balls at them for hours.
We're
The
giving
Army
away
tank booth.
free cattle prod rental from noon to 1.
2 for 1.
Meet us by the Aerodium.
Feed it action beer for hours. And watch it just kind of stumble around.
Oh, now I'm thinking about a drunk reindeer.
It's your reindeer now. Take it home with you.
Take it home with you. Seriously, take it. They keep mating and producing new reindeer. We can't hold these many reindeers.
Keep it in your backyard.
They
We
love-
don't care.
Souvenir.
They love hot dogs
Feed them hot dogs and action beer all day long.
all day.
Please kill our reindeer.
Take them to Broadway.
This was a terrible idea. Why did we let reindeer loose in the park? Come on down to Action
It's
Park.
just like Broadway.
Not one of your finer
Broadway.
moments, Gene.
Jane.
Fucking Gene.
So, guys, you know what? We've made it through 2 sections of.
I feel like I'm dead. Now we're at the Alpine
We're at
Center.
the Alpine
This
Center.
is when your back went up
I've-
before it didn't.
I've
This is
already
when I
I've
threw my
scraped my
back out.
knuckles on the Tarzan swing. I got a concussion on the cannonball loop.
You lost
I had a
all your
weird
teeth.
guy petting me at the fucking
Testicles sucking
blue slide land. Like, fucking,
completely into your body.
where am I now? I'm at the Alpine Center.
You're drying
I
up.
survived so
Center.
much trauma.
And you are so drunk.
I am drunk.
You are just drunk.
You've been sneaking beers all day long.
So,
pounding action beer.
the Action Park Gladiator Challenge.
No.
Yes, I know. Just like the TV show, which I totally watched.
Oh, I loved
loved
I loved American Gladiators.
So the TV show was on from 1989 to 96, but they didn't put the park or the Gladiator Challenge in until 2002.
Yeah, so it just made no sense.
Never.
Made no sense to kids. Like, what? American Gladiators? What the fuck?
Yeah, what is this?
It was
I
way
loved-
cheaper to get sponsorship when the show
I bet
was
the
over.
I bet the
What
actual
are they
gladiators
sponsoring
from
the-
the show are dead at this point.
Yeah,
Probably.
they're done.
One died of an
Blaze.
overdose. Erotic asphyxiation took another.
Blaze and Ice, they went out
So
in
you're
a
okay.
suicide
So I
pact.
thought this was like a ride. It was
Well,
No,
good.
it's an obstacle course. So
Okay, okay.
it was designed. No, did you ever see the show American Gladiator?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
you guys are
that's
young.
What, that's what I'm
Okay.
like imagining is like you're in a pit with like you got like a weapon or something.
Yeah, well, they
and
had-
you're surrounded by like plush.
Well, so it was designed by a couple of bodybuilders, and it had an obstacle course. and then
put the dog
they
down.
hired some local Guidos from the
Oh no.
from the gyms to act as the gladiators.
The preferred term is expert, not Guido.
So you could joust. You guys could joust with the Guidos.
Yeah.
But basically, what it actually sounded kind of fun. Because they'd have 3 shows a day, and you would run through the obstacle course, and then you'd come back later to compete against everybody who had the best
Hell
times
yeah.
throughout the day.
Fucking awesome.
Wow.
To get just wailed on by bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Wait, how many deaths?
None. It was actually one of the
okay, I'm not doing it.
safest.
Yeah,
One of the
not
safest.
fun
It was
at
one of
all.
the
Back to the
safer
Tarzan swing.
rides. Skateboard park.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Getting gnar at Action Park.
This place, like, what is there's so many types of people
Yeah.
at Action Park.
Something for everyone.
There's something for everyone. I love it.
It's better than Broadway's.
Yeah, it's better than Broadway. Well,
Broadway.
this was only open for one summer. The skateboard park was shut down after being considered too dangerous by Action Park itself.
That's when you know.
Yeah, even Action
new-
Park had to
yeah.
pull the plug on
by
that shit.
Action
Like,
Park standards.
no.
But here's the thing: is they had so the bowls would be smooth concrete, but when you came out of the bowl, it would be that rough, gravelly pavement. So people would be skateboarding and they could be like smooth and they,
Oh no.
So that was only open for one summer, and then they filled it in and covered it with a picnic area.
That sounds nice.
A really dangerous picnic area.
How many deaths?
That's 12.
Yeah.
Everybody choked on their hot dogs.
choking
Hot
victims.
dogs. Alcohol poisoning and fire ants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Syringes.
Angry badgers, splintery tables, fire ants, and discarded syringes.
Yes.
And discarded syringes.
Okay, no, just syringes. Okay.
Just the syringes. So it's just a normal picnic area in New Jersey.
Picnic area / opium
Basically.
field.
Now we get to, again, one of the legendary rides, the Alpine Slide.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
This is the first attraction at Action Park, the first ride that someone died on, and responsible for over 40% of the park's safety violations.
Yes, give me more.
Yes.
I need
Just-
more deaths.
Described by a past regular as essentially a giant track to rip people's skin off that was disguised as a kid's ride.
Yeah.
Control myself. Keep talking.
The Alpine Slide consisted of a 2,700-foot long concrete and fiberglass luge track that was so high it required a ski lift to get to the top.
Fuck yeah.
And you could spit on people on the way up, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Once at the top, guests were greeted by graphic images of injured children.
Oh my god!
As a
This
warning.
could be you.
It was
You're
all
already
right.
in the
That guy
slide.
lost an eye.
Cool, right, kids?
I can see his bones.
You've got an action sprain.
So this.
A souvenir.
So this is a luge slide. It's really high, and the little wheeled carts that they ride it down are habitually broken. So you can only control it by a handbrake, and either the handbrake is
I'm not
permanently
using that shit. Trying to go fast, bro.
I'm trying to go fast. So it's either permanently locked on or completely not there.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hope
Yes.
I get a not there one. Bye.
So
Scraping
so
the whole
basically, either you're scraping down slowly, and then somebody coming down on one of the ones
Nails
with the just boom.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Fucking
no.
chaos.
But people would get out of it because this fucking thing is really long, and people would get out all the time. They'd
bail.
just,
I'm bored.
I don't even care. I'm just gonna get off for a while.
Sucks.
Oh, I lost my flip flop.
Ow.
And then someone come barreling down and like hit.
And just nail an
Collisions.
empty, yeah.
God damn.
Yes.
And the carts looked really like small. Like you could
Yeah.
barely squeeze on these fucking things.
Well, and there's no
and you're luging down a
protective-
concrete hill. God damn. I love it.
Yes.
There's no walls or
No.
No
bars
barriers,
or
nothing.
seatbelts or anything.
Yeah, why would you have those?
I
I
don't
mean, like,
know.
come on.
I don't know. Aside from the desk,
Action, not safety, bro.
safety park is boring.
Regulation park sucks.
Get on the
Everybody
seatbelt.
walks at Safe Park.
Wear helmets.
We just sit comfortably at safety park.
And we listen to Peter, Paul, and Mary
Yeah.
at Safe Park.
Safety park.
And
Get
we're
on this new
sober.
ride. It's called the seatbelt. Click.
Click. Wait
I
in
like-
line for another hour.
I like
Let's
nap
go to
time.
Action Park next
I like
time.
Safety Park has the nap ride.
Yeah.
I do like that one.
I like that ride.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
good
good
ride.
one.
That's
So-
really good.
Oh,
You
that's
get a
called the
cookie after-
picnic area at Action.
Now, even the picnic area at Action Park is
danger.
There's yeah.
Oh, cool, syringe.
So there was 26 serious head injuries.
Yes, at least 26 serious head injuries,
And like
14
infinite
fractures.
mild head injuries.
Right,
Yeah.
and pounds of just flesh, just shredded flesh.
Dry,
One-
crusty blood.
Shredded flesh.
One park goer recalls the time he watched his friend skid down the concrete of the Alpine Slide after making a hard turn. The skin was ripped from the dude's right arm from elbow to shoulder.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's gross.
puked during the
Where's
podcast.
my ear?
I lost my ear at Alpine Slide, and all I got was nothing.
Was a free pass to the park again, because we're going to get into that. So, this is the first death. An employee actually died after hours. He flew off
employee.
the ride, hit his head on
He
a
was
rock.
an idiot, and it was after hours. It doesn't count.
Exactly. This is not, my insurance does not cover this. After that happened, they put hay bales on the side of the for safety. Yeah.
There you go.
Pointy. I hit the hay bales,
Safe.
but I lost an eye and it went through my eardrum.
Could have been worse, kid. Move
Right.
it along.
All right, so we did it. We made it through the park.
We survived Action Park. Action break. I'm gonna go punch a wall.
I'm
gonna
gonna
go-
pee in the pool.
I'm gonna go.
beyond the
touch
pool.
a kid. I mean, drink coffee and pee into a urinal, not on a.
I'm gonna go stand
All right.
on the edge of the shower and pee into the sink.
Okay.
I do that a lot, actually.
You do. It's fine. It's normal.
That's what you do up there.
Break time. Break time.
Cans on.
Your dick's on.
What?
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 Someone's dick is
What'd you
on?
say, bro?
Cans on.
Whose dick is on?
Put your dick on, Marcus.
Put your dick on.
Put your dick,
Dick
on.
on.
Put your dick on. That's a weird song. Yeah, it's, put your dick
Put
on.
your dick on.
Put your dick on.
Put your dick on the garbage truck with a cab and a hot dog.
Hot dog.
What dog?
Hot dog.
All right, we're back.
We're back,
back and
to
better than
Action
ever.
Park.
Action
I
Park.
don't want to leave.
No. It sounds awesome.
It does
Eric's
sound
right.
great.
Yeah.
It does sound like Wet Hot American Summer. I mean, imagine being
Yeah.
a teenager at Action Park where the booze flows freely. There's no authority. You
Yep.
can bring your switchblades.
You're the authority.
Smell the gonorrhea.
You're the Port
I know.
Authority.
You can smell the
Port
hepatitis.
authority.
Going through the river rapids.
So, the staff.
Let's meet the staff.
Let's meet the staff.
Cast
Well,
of
hold
characters.
I'm 16, full of cum, and I love watching kids drown.
Hi, my name is Sally, and I'm 15, and I got a job at Action Park because I love the hot weather, and I love maybe not wearing my bikini top.
I'm Josh. I like sneaking action beers and riding the go-karts.
Hi, Josh.
I'm Allison. I'm 13. But I forged my parents' signature and I said I'm 16.
Yeah.
Go Action Park.
Go Action Park.
Yeah.
Come on, Action Park. And
My
we're
name's
all
Joel, and
drunk.
I'm the ghost of the kid that died on the Alpine Slide. Hi.
My name's Dave, and I think the rides are really cool.
My
You'd be
name's
right,
Kyle,
Dave.
And I don't really work here, but I've been practicing my juggling a lot, and so I like to go hang out at the Alpine Slide and just juggle for some side entertainment. So, because the lines get really long, and sometimes you can get bored in the lines, and it's kind of nice to have something to look over and watch, like juggling.
Oh, that was kind of sweet.
That was.
was. That was
Please throw
touching.
nickels at me.
So the staff was, not only were they very young and very drunk,
How I like him.
they were very poorly trained, which means
Easy.
they continue the
Low-hanging
trend of poor training down along
And
the
they're
line.
from Jersey.
Oh, God.
They're stupid.
Yeah,
Oh, hey now.
I feel like it'd be like, yeah, see, when the kids start going under the water, you just jump in and get them out of there.
Yeah, just pull them back
You
out.
got this, kid.
All right, you got your certificate.
Have some action beer. Good luck.
So they have miners selling beer
Oh.
in New Jersey.
Fuck yeah.
It's a loophole in Jersey.
Well, this one really kind of killed me. Apparently, 16 is the minimum age for operating an amusement park ride.
Yeah.
In New Jersey, or was at the time. It's 2018 now, so that's probably
They
changed.
it to 17.
Good. So that seems a little young to me in general.
15 if you have your driver's permit.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
driving action
There it
tanks.
is.
Yep.
So that's who's running the park.
Awesome.
Teenagers, and they're just having fun, and they're drunk, and they're stoned, and they're, like Eric said, it's like Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, I saw an interview with some guy who's like, it was totally normal to see like a 15-year-old kid walking around with a can of Budweiser, just like minding his business.
The accidents. So one can only begin to speculate on the many exotic and imaginative
Or were they accidents?
Accidents.
So let's try. Let's think of some. I have a list of some made up accidents. So, well, not made up, but I suppose that people would have broken bones and teeth.
Yeah.
Lost large important patches of skin.
Yuck.
Got caught in the terrifying yet titillating suction of the wave pool. There's probably alcohol poisoning, I would guess.
Yes.
All kinds of things got dislocated.
Sunburn.
Sunburn.
I drank too much
Indian
action beer in
burns.
the action sun, and now I've got to go to the action hospital.
I'm almost
Get my action stomach pumped.
Someone maybe lost an eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would no, that's not on record, but
Keep going.
you keep going.
Purple nipple.
Well, that's my list I got out of hand.
Hepatitis.
Cuts, scrapes,
Herpes for sherpies.
I'm glad you read that. Herpes for sherpies. Herpes for Sherpas.
That's Sherpa herpes.
So if you
Sherpa.
I'm a herpes Sherpa.
Sherpies is a new breakfast cereal. Also.
serve it with needles.
Sherpies.
So what happened if you got injured at Action Park?
They would give you free passes.
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna break my ankle every week.
I'm gonna pop my shoulder out real quick. Oh my god! I'm gonna get in for free.
So one of the ways that Action Park dealt with accidents and injuries was by handing out free passes to the injured party, which did act as a weird sort of incentive.
Yeah.
Action Park had
I've only paid for Action Park one time, bro.
Exactly.
And I have 3 fingers left.
Yeah.
I've been there. 18 reindeer this summer.
Reindeer years.
Action Park had its own infirmary with 330 reported injuries
Action
in 1986
In 1986 alone.
Jesus
alone. Action Hospital. That sounds like a new soap opera.
Yeah, it's a
Medic!
We
We got another one! It's like, I want like ER, but like set it.
Just for
Oh my
Action
gosh,
Park.
that'd be amazing.
Well, they had their very own ambulance, and they had a sketchy
It's a
relationship.
clown car.
Does somebody just knock on the door, or am I crazy?
You're crazy.
I am. Okay, I just heard
Welcome.
chaos. Thank you.
Join us.
Welcome to the club.
Come
they had,
to Action Park and lose your mind.
You never left Action Park.
There's got to be someone still trapped there.
knocking. That's
They're trapped.
your knuckles driving against the Alpine Slide and the children's blood running through.
There's still someone in the skate park when they
Whoa.
got in.
And the skateboard.
Hello? I'm
Help!
stuck in the Alpine tube.
They had a sketchy relationship with a doctor in town. To quote,
A sketchy relationship.
we had a good relationship with a doctor in town and would bring him certain types of injuries without going to the
Oh,
hospital.
black market.
And that's from Mulvihill himself. Action Park.
I don't need this kidney, kid. Sign here.
Okay.
If it's under 6 feet of skin missing, you go to the
You go to the on-site
the
infirmary,
shady doctor.
and you get a hot dog.
Good job. Get a hot dog.
Well,
Action.
look what we have here. Is what the doctor would say.
Oh my God!
He's chewing a big stogie.
From Action Park,
Another
huh?
Alpine Slide.
Yeah,
You thought you'd go down the Alpine Slide. You thought it'd be fun, huh?
Action Park even had to buy the town of Vernon, New Jersey, extra ambulances to keep up with the demand of injured park guests. And locals
We give you
referred-
business. We give us business.
Locals referred to the ambulances as the Action Park Express. This is like one of the rides.
Shuttle.
Jump on board the Action Park Express.
Free shuttle ride if you dislocate your shoulder.
Local doctors treating victims of Action Park also noticed that the majority of their patients, regardless of age, were intoxicated.
Whoa,
Hell yeah.
I don't feel any many pain?
I'm 7. So we're gonna run through the deaths really quick.
Yeah, let's go
Just
through
cash.
the deaths, the greatest hits.
July 8th, 1980.
Bum bum.
A 19-year-old employee was riding the Alpine Sled when his car jumped the track. He died after hitting his head on a rock. Now, fun fact,
Was it a jagged rock?
It probably was. The slimy lawyers that worked for Gene Mulvihill tried to get out of. They're like, it wasn't the slide's fault. That wasn't why the kid died. It's the rock's fault.
The rock.
I'm suing that rock.
I mean, that makes sense.
Don't talk to us. Talk to the
Sue
rock.
the rock.
Talk to the goddamn rock.
Dwayne the
I didn't
Rock
kill the
Johnson.
kid.
Yeah, the people
Who put
sell
this?
those.
Probably those
Somebody left a
stupid
rock
kids put
here.
the rock.
Who the hell put this rock here? Right where the kid's head was gonna fall.
It's the people's head injury.
It's the rock. July 24, 1982.
Dun dun.
A 15-year-old boy drowns in the wave pool.
Boring.
Boring.
I
Next.
need more rocks.
More jagged
He
rock.
drowned in the wave pool when someone threw a rock at him.
Oh, shit going.
They sue the water?
Yes.
They sued the urine in the
He
water.
choked on a Band-Aid.
Oh.
No, that's terrible. August 1st, 1982.
Bum bum.
A 27-year-old man was electrocuted by the kayak experience.
27 forever.
Oh,
It
the
is.
27 Club.
Yeah. You did it.
And that man...
He made it.
Hanging out with Janis Joplin.
Congratulations. When his kayak flipped over, he climbed out to flip his boat back and was electrocuted by a section of live wiring used to power the underwater
shouldn't have
fans.
touched those. Come on.
But also 2 of his family members were electrocuted. Thankfully, they survived. The ride was closed and drained for investigation and never reopened.
Investigation. Yeah, I don't know. It
Somehow-
looks fine to me.
Somehow, the state of New Jersey cleared Action Park of any wrongdoing in the incident.
Oh my gosh.
Those are some good
Indeed.
lawyers.
Gene's got his hand in the governor's pocket.
Right? He's got it in his
The
fly.
governor's 12.
He's gonna
In his
get
fly.
a dry hand
Tennis
job.
ball on the governor.
There you go.
He's got a...
It's all coming back.
Yeah.
I
Full
got-
circle.
I got the governor in my back pocket and a tennis ball in the governor. I got all my pies a boiling.
Reindeer pie.
Ooh, yum.
At some point in 1984,
Dun dun.
a guy has a heart attack after the shock of the cold water at the Tarzan swing blew his balls straight up into his
See?
chest.
Told ya.
Went too far in the garage.
Too far in the
Far in the garage.
That's where you keep a tennis
You
ball
gotta
hanging.
reverse.
Yeah, that's why you put the tennis ball in your ass. So you it's a buffer. It's a barrier.
It's a barrier. Yeah. It's a barrier.
Always remember your tennis ball
Some
if you're
point
gonna
in
ride the
1984.
Tarzan swing.
Things get a little hazy in 84. Is that the year that the guy died with his balls in his chest?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a rad
That
year.
was fucked up.
All summer long.
Action beer.
August 27, 1984.
Dun dun.
20-year-old from Brooklyn drowns in the wave pool.
That's why you don't bring the Brooklyn in, okay?
Don't
You keep
bring
the
the
Brooklyn out of
Brooklyn
Action
in.
Park.
Brooklyn, they don't really know how to swim in
They don't know how to
Brooklyn. They
Yeah.
don't have a lot of
Concrete
pools.
jungle.
Action.
They don't have a lot of
They
water.
don't got the beach like we do.
No.
Don't got the rocks.
Don't got the jagged rocks.
July 19, 1987.
Dun dun.
Wave pool gets another one. Wave pool 3, New Jersey 0.
Wait
Zero.
for wins. Yeah.
Wins! Wow, we sure made a lot of jokes about people dying,
Yeah.
you guys.
It's only 6 deaths. I mean, they were open like a long time.
Yeah.
Well, and that was something that the lawyers used in their arguments.
They only
they're
killed
like,
6
they're like
people.
statistically
How many deaths
speaking,
is too much?
based on and then how many the amount
Hi,
of
I'm
people
Lionel
that
Hutz.
based on the amount of people that actually go to Action Park, the number of accidents and deaths was, statistically speaking, it was low.
Yeah, you can die walking on the
It was,
street.
yeah, it can happen to anybody.
Duh.
All right,
More deaths,
so
please.
no, we're done with the deaths.
on
Oh, we're
fraud.
not. We're not. There's going to be a few more deaths. Don't you worry.
Yay!
You guys sit back.
Action deaths.
So first, we're going to talk about insurance fraud.
Woo!
Boring.
No, exciting. Despite having a multitude of citations for safety violations between 1979 and 1986, Action Park was only fined once by the state of New Jersey. Legal troubles began to hit hard in 1984, but it wasn't so much about Action Park. It was more about the Cayman Islands and the fake insurance company that Mulvihill set up there to cover his ass.
Jeez.
I mean his
Slippery
amusement park.
bastard.
So Mulvihill pleaded guilty to insurance fraud and was fined thousands of dollars.
Pocket change.
He was pretty wily, though. He had a way of wriggling around litigants. So anytime somebody tried to bring a class action suit to Action Park, one of the ways that Mulvihill would kind of wriggle out of it was that you control the action. At Action Park. So
The
a lot
action
of
is
people.
interpretive.
Well, a lot of
We
people.
built this park. Whatever you do in it is on you.
It's kind of on
buddy.
you. It's your responsibility. And interesting enough, a lot of the people, they're like, yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
they're
Okay.
like, you know what?
Really?
It was my fault. I was holding my brother's hand down the Alpine Slide, and that's how both our arms got chopped off. That was
I
on
shouldn't have done
us.
that.
So you don't hold
Yeah.
hands on slides.
I
Come
did
on.
have my pants down on the Tarzan swing, and that's how I lost the ball. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's on me.
You're right. I
on
did
me.
have a broken bottle in my back pocket when I rode the Colorado River ride, and that's why I needed
You're right.
17 stitches.
Action Park did not provide me with the PCP I smoked before entering the Alpine Slide. You're
That's
right.
on
You got me,
me.
Gene.
That's on me.
I like that he had a shady fake insurance company off the Cayman Islands. Like, what the every like fucking shady ass thing happens in the Cayman Islands.
Yep.
Like, is that place just anarchy? Like,
Hell yeah.
I think
like
so.
I kind of want to. I want to go to the Cayman Islands just to kind of go. Okay, yeah,
No, that's
Gene's
what it
hiding
is.
out there right now.
There's just banks everywhere.
yeah.
There's
It's just tons of banks.
fake banks and fake travel agencies.
One
and
big action park.
fake laundromats. What's going on? So on a side note, though, Mulvihill, he was kind of an interesting character. He not only invested his money in the amusement park, he invested it in all kinds of things like cancer research,
Aw, see,
early
he's
cell
fine.
phones,
Okay.
MRI technology,
Good.
real estate. He built a robotic garage.
Cool. Then put a tennis ball in it.
Jam that governor. And he had the largest wine cellar in North America.
Okay, he's an
Gene
eclectic
fucking
guy.
rules.
That's
dude.
pretty cool.
Back off, Gene.
Probably
people.
the best parties
Well,
at
he-
Action Park.
He has
Yeah,
good
I don't feel like
parties,
he's a
yes.
bad guy. He just was a little
No, he's
like
just
crazy
he's
around the edges.
creative.
Yeah.
That's all. His son Andy speaks very fondly of his father, stating, quote, "He just didn't accept that you couldn't try something or do something. And he was not a big believer in government control."
He was an anarchist.
Government, okay?
Don't tell me how to run my park.
And when you watch footage of the park, you can tell.
Yeah.
He does not believe in control or order whatsoever.
And everyone loved that place.
Go on, kids, have
And
yourself
a lot of
fun
people
time.
didn't die.
Yep.
A lot. There's so many that did not.
So
yes.
much
So
more.
many that did
It's
not.
true. There's a lot of speculation on whether or not he had politicians in his back pocket, based on all the shit he got away with. But again, like there was they people would take responsibility for their own actions at Action Park, and. I mean, think about this. This is one of the nation's first water parks ever. So there are no standards in place
there
yet
is.
for something
No.
that hasn't existed before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got around a lot of
Crack a
shit.
few eggs, make an omelet.
Right.
Yeah.
Fly it up the flagpole, see who salutes.
Yeah, but a lot of people did try to take Mulvihill to court, and basically what he would do is because he was so wealthy, he would just keep them in court and
Yeah.
exhaust
Squeeze 'em.
them.
Yep.
You squeeze 'em.
Basically, yeah, he'd exhaust them and he would never settle out of court.
Nope. Fuck that.
I wouldn't either. Duh.
Yeah. But regardless, all this shit kind of adds up. Action Park continued to face multiple lawsuits over the years, coupled by a definite decline in attendance. And then in 1982, a bus on its way to Action Park crashed, killing 5 people who
Jesus
were
Christ.
on their way.
Just
That wasn't on park property.
did
We
not-
had
it wasn't.
nothing to
They
do
Definitely
with
was
didn't
that.
not
even
on
get
park
to
property.
Action
They
Park.
didn't
and
even
died.
make it.
The action was too anticipated.
When Mulvihill filed for bankruptcy in 1997, his company, Great American Recreation, was $47.9 million in debt, with
Oh.
3.8 million of that being in Action Park lawsuits. Apparently, his bankruptcy filing was so big that it took up to 20 feet on a shelf.
Yeah.
And he died in
Three reindeer.
2012.
Gene
so
was a
that was-
renegade. He didn't play by your rules, government.
He played by his rules. We're to the end, but do legacies end, my friends?
No. they
No,
live on
Oh.
they
forever.
live on forever.
Yeah, this scar will never heal. Thanks, Alpine Slide.
It's been oozing for
I'll never forget
years.
the summer of '84. My best friend Kyle died on the Tarzan slide, and I lost my virginity to myself. Best summer ever.
I was planning to get a sweet tiger tattoo on my arm, but now I don't have any
But
skin.
now
Thanks,
I
Action.
don't have it. You saved me
Or
money.
I wanted to get rid of this sweet tiger tattoo on my arm.
Scraped it right
Get
off.
it off.
Thanks,
Action
Alpine
Park.
Slide.
Action Park, theme park / tattoo removal.
There you go. Just rip that shit right off. So in 1998, Action Park was purchased by a company called Intrawest.
Intrawest, we are purchasing Action Park. taking it over.
They got rid of some of the really dangerous rides.
Boring.
Lame.
Yeah.
Revamped some of the old ones and reopened the park under the name Mountain Creek Water Park. Why don't you just call it
Boring.
Safety Park?
Safe park.
Seatbelt park.
I'm gonna ride the nap ride at Safety
Dumb.
Park.
You actually have lifeguards on duty.
Duh. God damn it. But in 2010, IntraWest caught the bankruptcy bug too, and Action Park found itself back in the loving hands of the Mulvihill
Ripple
family.
It's because
Right where it belongs.
nobody
it back.
wants to go to fucking Safety Hill.
No.
Dumb.
I didn't scrape my fucking balls at Mountain Creek Water Park. I got my fucking hand job on in '84 in Action Park, pounding action beer. Best year of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's none of that.
None of that.
No.
They don't even have action beer
I
anymore.
was just imagining, what if you scraped your ball sack on the bottom of the pool? Like, would you get it? Can you get a scab? I'm really fixated on ball sacks.
Yeah,
for
can you
this-
get a scab
for
on your
this
balls?
episode.
Oh,
Can
you
get
definitely can,
you
yeah.
can get a scab on your balls?
You try wearing jorts on the action slide.
George, fuck.
I remember a kid telling me one time that like they went to Boy Scout camp and they were like sledding and like
balls.
somebody one kid in their troop like hit a tree and tore his ball sack open. Yeah.
One out of probably like 16 adolescent boys has a gruesome testicular accident.
Yeah.
When you tear your, so my mental picture of tearing your ball sack open, I just see all the sperm running out.
That's what I was thinking. All of them
Instead of
swimming
blood,
away.
I just-
Sperm runs on the floor like little
He's
cockroaches.
like, catch up! We're free! We're free!
We're free. Let's find some eggs. Oh shit! It's just a flaw.
Is that what happens? That's not what happens.
No, I just think your balls fall out.
Your balls
Your
fall
Like
out.
a- like
fall
a
out.
pack of
Like,
marbles?
Literally like your fucking, like the
Yeah.
sack's just a sack.
But then you can put them back in.
Because there was like stories of like in the locker room where like the boys are whipping the towels and then there's like towel whip right on the end of your sack and it's split it open.
No.
Yeah.
That's not real. Is that real?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I heard Phil
It was
Collins
on the
did that
local
to a
news.
guy. It was?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, so in Utah probably. All those boys are all riled up in Utah.
Woohoo!
So we're almost done. Well, not. I mean, we're almost done with the
Kill
main story.
me, please.
Thank God. The Mulvihills, they've tried to revive Action Park in all its previous glory, but due to the much more rigid safety guidelines,
Government.
I know the magic will never be recaptured. We have some new rides. The drop kick, which is an inflatable slide that throws
Someone
people
drop
into
kicks
the
you in
air.
the balls.
Yeah.
And you fall into a pool.
It's where the drop kick Murphys like kick you with their
Right
with
into
their
the pit.
their Doc
Skull
Martens
pit.
and spit in your face.
Got it, bruh.
The Zero G, which is a looping water slide, and the Sky Caliber, which features a 90-foot vertical drop and a 30-foot vertical loop.
That still sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah.
They still
Jagged rocks.
No.
no, not so
See,
many
not
jagged
the same.
rocks as
No.
they used
But
to
they,
have.
as long as it's still at
What
the
am I gonna
Tarzan
do with all these
slide.
jagged rocks? Should I take them to Action Park? No, they don't want them no more. They don't want them.
They don't want your rocks.
What am I gonna do?
God damn it.
They still have the Tarzan swing and the diving cliffs,
Still see
but
some boobs.
you have to wear safety pads.
fucking boring.
Yeah.
Well, you
The
can kind of
Alpine-
make a cleavage out of it. Like
Yeah,
you
just
get
The
the pad
PC
and-
They're like a push-up
culture
bra.
and generation taking over, ruining my action.
Yeah, it's like fascism.
I feel like
Fascism.
I'll
and-
bet you get kicked out if you pull a ball out on the Tarzan.
Probably
swing
now.
these
Not
days.
yeah.
Is the
Can't do
staff young and drunk?
that. Not so much anymore. The Alpine Slide is now called the Alpine Mountain Coaster.
What?
And the
the
cars are
fascinating-
permanently locked in the track. The Colorado River Ride requires helmets and face masks.
Come on.
The staff isn't as drunk and untrained as they used to be. Alcohol's being served responsibly.
Okay, too far.
Yeah.
I know. The magic might be gone, but at least now everyone stands a chance of surviving. Except they don't get a t-shirt. You do not get a t-shirt that says I survived Action Park because you didn't earn it.
You did not deserve it.
You didn't fucking earn it.
Really was going down, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like one old Matthew McConaughey-esque guy who just hangs out like, hey, you weren't there, man. You, didn't fucking-
You don't
You
get
know
it.
how it used to be.
You think you're going to Action Park right now? This ain't nothing action about it, man. Action's a way of life, brother. L-I-F. The E is silent and maybe never existed. You ever drink wild turkey and drive a Lincoln into your grandma's house? And you ain't living, brother.
Yeah, that guy.
Is that Matthew McConaughey?
That was
good,
very
yeah.
That was
good.
a perfect Matthew McConaughey.
That was so
That
good.
guy's hanging out there right now,
He is.
talking to underage girls.
How old are you?
I don't even want
I'm
to know.
10.
You know what? Don't tell me. I like guessing. He said, "There's a right. Guess my age," and it's just Matthew.
Like at the fair, we have to like
Oh,
guess
a
your
lot
weight or
better if
whatever.
you were 13.
Oh, every answer's just old enough.
Oh no.
So I've compiled we've got 5 pages here of quotes and true stories from Action Park itself.
True stories.
I like
I don't
true
know.
stories
You guys
because they
wanna-
happened.
Because they actually happened.
Those are real.
At Action Park, it felt like you were in some crazy guy's backyard, says Dave Schulzman, a 30-year-old from Greenpoint, who one time in elementary school belly flopped super hard after trying to backflip off the park's Tarzan.
I like how you turned it into that like old-timey
Yeah.
radio announcer. On the
This
Newsies.
date in Action Park history.
On the Newsies.
Yes.
I thought on the newsreels.
I went to Action Park in the early 1990s with a church group for what I thought would be a day of fun. Besides having my towel and my flip-flops stolen and going barefoot all day, my feet hurt so bad. I saw something I'll never forget. A man was walking when he suddenly fell down the Fuck! I keep going!
You go southern all the time. Yeah.
Garbage truck, cab,
Hot dog,
cab.
hot dog,
Jazzy,
hot dog.
Jazzy.
I saw something I'll never forget. A man was walking when he suddenly fell down the pavement and began to have what to me looked like a seizure. Fuck! A park janitor was sweeping in the area, and instead of going down to help the man, he swept around him and he stepped over him and walked away. Cab. I could not believe it. I ran over to him and my friend, and I began yelling for help. Finally, a cart with what looked like 2 16-year-old girls showed up and took him away. God knows what happened to him.
Park
And that's
janitor
what-
was like, I thought he was dancing. He's doing the worm.
That was breakdancing.
Breakdancing,
I guess-
Broadway.
That was like what their safety.
Park janitor? I'm not a doctor.
I'm the janitor. But
I
yeah,
get paid to
they're
sweep
I'm
up.
sweeping up Band-Aids and
I get paid to sweep
Semen.
puke, not
not
help.
people. Desai recalls an urban legend-like story of them testing the cannonball loop with employees. What happened was they sent employees down it, he said. The first one smacked his face and his teeth got knocked out. The second person came out all cut up. When they went in, the first guy's teeth had gotten stuck inside and cut the second guy. We called it a monument to stupidity, right?
Oh, that's like somehow
What's
worse.
this?
It's like, yeah, I got
your
cut.
teeth cut me.
I got cut.
I found your
Oh, that
tooth.
sucks.
It's
Oh,
in my
teeth.
my
Gross.
face. God.
I still remember being able to be served action beer, light a dark, at age 17, then riding the go-karts. If you knew how, and without burning yourself on the muffler, you could reach behind you and pull the throttle past where the gun is set and just take off past the other kids' slow pokes. And I swear, I was lucky enough to ride the loop water slide. Only remember, it was real dark and suddenly your face was smashed into the top part of the slide as you went through the loop and you came out with a nasty heading. Good times!
Good times!
Good times! My name's Thomas DeNido and I died! Years later!
All right.
So everybody dies.
He died in the bus on the way to Action Park.
Oh, terrible.
I was so close.
I regret that if I have children someday, I won't be able to toughen them up by taking them to the hallowed battleground. Nothing acquaints a person with the harshness of reality faster than zooming down a water slide, laying on your stomach on a 10-millimeter thick foam mat, accelerating to Mach 5, and
Like the razor.
Oh, and hidden 2 inches of slimy liquid. Action Park made adults of a generation of tri-state area kids who strolled through its blood-stained gates by teaching us the truth about life. If it is not safe, you will get hurt a lot, and you'll ride all the way home burnt beyond belief. Matthew Callan.
After Salad.
46.
Dead.
Divorced.
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 No kids. He didn't have the kids.
He's got a
He doesn't have
methamphetamine
testicles.
habit now. So the next batch of them here, these are from the BuzzFeed article, 35 horror stories that prove Action Park was the most dangerous park ever.
Woo!
All right. I was there three times when I was 9 or 10. I'm doing Evan. I was there three times when I was 9 or 10. I left 2 times in an ambulance. The first time was broken ribs on the Tarzan swing. My dad had to jump into the water to save me, not the ride operator. Next was the Alpine Slide. My car had no brakes. First big turn, I flew over the slide and into the grass. My whole right side was cut up.
Real bad.
And then I had to walk the whole way down crying and dripping blood. They kept sending us free passes to go back, so we went again. I was extremely cautious. I only went on one ride, a kayak where you simply paddled around a sort of a lazy river. I loved it, and it was safe. And the very next day, the ride was closed because someone fell off their kayak and was electrocuted by the electric currents. I never went back again. Too afraid.
Too afraid.
Too afraid. Oh, this one's great.
I remember a 450-pound, 15-year-old camper doing a belly flop off the cliff into the pool, and his stomach and chest being purple and red for weeks. And he was African American. What? Swear to God. I'm not racist.
Swear to God.
God.
Purple belly.
saying.
Not
Swear to God,
racist.
just saying.
Just observe it.
Just observing. Don't fucking hate on me. I'm dead now, too.
And the same day we were there, a guy got stuck in the loop on the water slide, and another person broke their neck cliff diving.
That's in one day.
That's a Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday.
That was an 84.
I find this happens more on Wednesdays than other days.
And Thursdays.
You ever notice, like, more of this shit happens on Wednesdays, guys?
Yep.
I remember my dad flipping off the cart at the Alpine Slide and sliding down the tube himself. Oh, my God. His T-shirt melted to his skin from the friction. Yucky.
Can I do the next one?
Friction.
Yeah, please.
Have at it.
All right.
You couldn't leave there with all your skin you came with. You left with bruises you didn't even know you could get. Besides, that was great.
I love Action Park.
I love Action Park. Walking around the park, you would think you were in a ward for some epidemic. Every third person you saw had a nasty red welt on their leg or arm or elbow. And herpes right on their mouth. It's just right.
That's a Jersey thing.
It's okay if we share
That's
it.
not Action
dog.
Park.
Yeah,
That's not.
Yep.
Yep.
That's not Action Park.
Definitely not
Action Park is not
fault.
responsible for herpes. Hey, my younger brother was flying down the Alpine Slide, and I was gaining on him. He turned around and floored it. Now would let me catch him. Near the end, he realized he was going to fly into people and crash. He pulled out back on the brake. I don't remember full details, but his entire back scraped up against the Alpine Slide. It literally ripped the skin off his back. It was funny as hell. He can never have kids again. He's a shitty uncle.
He got 2,000 stitches.
Jerk off.
2,000.
That's great.
The most surreal road rash I've ever seen. The friction was severe enough that the fucker seemingly cauterized itself as it happened, so only thousands of tiny beads of blood percolated up.
Yeah, that guy's got really good grammar.
Stephen King.
Yeah, it was like it's like a trailer for a movie almost. Like the most surreal road rash you've ever seen. The friction was severe enough that the fucker seemingly cauterized itself. Sorry. All right, here's mine. Let's see.
Seemingly cauterized itself.
That was good.
Let's see. The person they sent down 15 seconds after you would inevitably outweigh you by 200 pounds and be legally drunk. So they would slam into you like a Mack truck.
Woo!
Action Park!
Action Park.
Action Park!
Action Park!
Action Park!
The kamikaze slides were insane. They quite literally went straight down. One time I rode it, I hung down off the pull-up, like a start bar with my feet dangling. Lifted my head up, see if I could see the slide. I could not. Pulled myself back up, regroup, and then released. I came completely off the slide, hit the safety net, which then propelled me back into the slide, and I proceeded to free fall to the end.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Dramatic readings by
Deceased
Evan.
of lung cancer.
One favorite story is a kid who crashed a Formula One racer, or maybe a Lola car, and his 2 front teeth were dangling out of his bloody mouth by his braces. Hey, guys.
Hey, you fucking loser, look at your fucking teeth!
Yeah.
Hey guys, I can't speak. Can someone tell me what happened to my mouth?
Action Park Express.
My mouth's going to fill with blood right now.
God.
Just spitting blood on everyone.
Oh, God.
I can't believe there are this many fucking testimonies.
I know.
This is insane.
Yeah.
I spent every summer there as a kid. I remember seeing a puddle of blood on the steps up from the river raft ride.
It's just food coloring.
The Colorado River was great. You would fly down the first drop, and then the raft would hit you with this fork and the course dead on every time. The raft would fold up like a taco, and you were lucky if you were able to stay in the raft at this point. The one who fell out got swept into the dark cave with raging rapids and sharp, jagged rocks everywhere to be cut up all over your body. Good times.
Here's them jagged rocks again.
Jagged rocks.
Bring the ride. Bring the jagged rocks.
The friction.
The friction.
That dry hand job.
Dry chlorine hand jobs.
Everything here is wet except for the hand jobs.
That should have been their their slogan.
Everything's wet.
Hand jobs.
That's the slogan
you
for the
paid for.
episode. Everything is just wet.
When I was a kid, I visited Action Park a few times. One of those times, my stepbrother, fuck him, came out of a water tube wrong and hit his head on the floor of a pool. He needed brain surgery.
Brain surgery!
I bet it was he needed brain surgery or something.
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 He always tries to get attention.
Ugh, stupid.
I was only there once and left heavily bleeding. A 9-foot-long, inch-wide abrasion on my back after being dumped out of the inner tube near the beginning of the ride. Being trapped under the upside-down tube and completing the last 75% of the ride with my thigh being scraped along the rough bottom of the waterway while nearly drowning.
Still under the tube in the
Still
dark.
under the tube in the dark.
Oh my God.
That's it. Gonna acknowledge our sources really quick. Got my information from Theme Park Tourist, New York Post, New York Magazine, North Jersey History, Weird New Jersey, Defunct Land, and Daily Motion.
What is
Thanks to our
NorthJersey.com? It seems like
It's a blog. It's my blog.
It's a personal
Right,
blog.
And it's don't question it. It's just my
Yeah.
memory.
Action
my
Park.
good times at Action Park.
Talk about hot dogs.
hot dogs.
Well, suck
favorite
my
kinds of hot
balls,
dogs.
Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
Eat a dick, Six Flags.
Fuck off, Valley Flare.
Fuck a child, SeaWorld. Action Park's got you beat.
Oh, God.
One
Action
time,
Park's got it all.
my cousin at the Minnesota State Fair, he had a ride flip over on top of him and broke his arm.
Damn.
So that happened. You said like people died at a water park near you.
Yeah,
But that was just the pool in your backyard.
So like 20-minute drive away from my hometown in Bend, Ohio, was a place called Wacky Waters.
Wacky
Come on, Wacky Waters. And like literally,
It's the
yeah, there was
wackiest
like so
water
it
in
was like
town.
what the main ride where I think a couple kids died on was this like, you know, just like a huge like lunge sort of ride where they got too fast and they just flew off and fucking like landed right on the ground. And it was like 70 to 80 feet tall, you know. And I remember like one kid died, and then like someone in my grade, like their parents, I think, owned the park. So like this kid would every fucking year like have a birthday, and it was always at Wacky Waters.
Wacky Waters.
And then like I remember like they closed it for a long time because the kid died, and then they reopened it. And I remember just like waiting in line, and I'm like, oh wait, this is the ride where the kid died. Cool.
Rad.
Wacky Waters, you might die.
I had a friend of the family, and she was just on one of those just super chill inner tube. So you're just tubing down a shallow
Lazy river.
right?
Chill
Lazy
tube
river
ride.
sort of thing. And someone else was horsing around nearby, and they jumped on her. And because the pool was shallow, she hit her head square and broke her neck and paralyzed for life.
Jesus Christ.
And that happened to her when she was like 18, 19.
Oh, my God.
So God, talk about fucking taking away the rest. Goodbye, life.
Yeah.
Goodbye. That's
One
why I don't go to
happy
water
day at the
parks.
end.
Stay inside. Watch TV, people. Don't fucking go out.
We went to Valley Fair when I was in about 5th grade, and my dad lost his hat on the flume.
Never get your
God damn
hat.
it!
That's the
That was the worst.
That's the worst story I have.
experience I've
But
ever had.
I know.
I'm glad you
looked
bring up
ridiculous.
hats, though. Because
You look so dumb.
Listen to me, Gene. I want my goddamn hat back. I'll sue the shit out of you.
It's only
Seems
lawsuit
like a
that
lot
works.
of people, though, actually get hurt going back to get their hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like, oh,
Have you ever like
My flip-flop!
YouTubed like
Dad's hat blows
theme
off on
park
flume.
fails?
No.
Theme park deaths?
A little bit.
When you're
recently,
feeling
yeah.
really sad, do it.
Oh.
Okay, so I can be sadder.
Yeah. No, and it makes you happy.
No, it doesn't.
That's how it works for me.
Weird.
I
little.
mean, a little.
Just
But I
kidding.
was trying to see if there were maybe some parks more dangerous than Action Park. Now there's what was I can't remember what it was called, Riot Park or something. It was in New York.
Riot Park?
No,
Fuck
Riot.
yeah.
I think
Riot
just,
Park, there's
not-
Race War Park.
Just Rye, not Riot, Rye. But I think I don't know. I don't know if
Rye
it's
Park.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Rye?
some kid went
Like
into one of
drinking
those.
rye.
Like rye,
Have
like
a
the bread.
Reuben.
Exactly, marble rye. I don't know if I'm right though. I don't know if I'm right.
Oh, right.
But some kid went into one of those like boat rides with the animatronic boat rides and just didn't come back out.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
He's
they're
still in there.
I'm gonna live with the
It's a
robots. Exactly.
It's a small world after
I'm still in this tunnel! Somebody help me! Please! It's really dark! Oh, that's somebody's hand! That's somebody's hand on my knee! Okay, I'm getting really calm now.
That was very creepy. Well done.
Oh, good.
Well, yeah, we survived Action Park.
Please don't sue us.
Thanks for listening to
And
my
that's it.
pedophile humor. If you want to
Oh,
see
God.
me, I'm at the open mic at Seward Cafe Tuesday mornings. I'll be yucking it up while you have your brunch. So
And you know you can always find them outside your
Holy
kids' elementary
shit.
school.
That's
I'll be
true.
out there. I'll be juggling.
I'll be juggling.
It's not weird if you're juggling.
It depends what
your
you're
fly
juggling.
is open.
Why is your ball sack so
Close
smooth?
your eyes then.
Eyes up here.
Sir,
Eyes up
Eyes up
here,
here.
kids. Eyes on the bowling pin. Don't look
Okay.
below my belt.
thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Love you.
Love you, bags.
Bye.
Bye, everybody! Have a great day!
Congratulations. You survived.
Sorry for laughing.
Thank you for listening. This has been a production of Penguin Cat Media. Oh, hell yeah. We take our coffee black, like our soul.